America's Best Stars. Alright. Let me get over here. Week 8 Winter Finals. Home Depot. Alright, got them on both maps, guys. There we go. And we are ready in 575 seconds. Just gives me plenty of time to drink some more water. Alright, here we go. Flight path number 2 of 5 tonight. We are coming in from Puerto Aparicio, just to the southern side of it, going over the top of Leones, just to the south of Picado, north of Monte Nuevo, just along that southeast edge of El Pozo, and dumping off to the south of the trailer park. So, any AFKs will be free chicken nuggies, so we'll have to see what happens next. And here we go. Let me check in on what is happening down in that Puerto Aparicio area, because I do see a few teams hopping off. I see 3 teams right off the bat. It looks like we've got the finest Finial and Dark Esports are headed down to Puerto Aparicio area. But it does look like Finial. We've only got Chris jumping down there. The rest of Finial is all along these edges. So I think Finial, yeah, Finial Chris, he's like, whoops, changed directions. All right, so we've got Home Depot with Region 8 headed down towards that Partona area. We got almost there, and there's spots over near the eastern edge of Leones. We've got Equinox and the Infinity Reapers over in Las Leon for Angry Men, just to the north side of Partona. And ooh, Rain Esports already in a fight. We also have Parasite. Let me go check in on Parasite, find out what's happening over at the Abbey for Chuma Sarah Wagon, already taking some shots right in onto Wranglers of Zenith Wagon with that Vector. And the Wranglers of Zenith, I see Rish on that outside, and Rish is not that far away. We also have Blaze right on over here. Rish playing peekaboo around this corner onto Wagon and Rex. And now Parapapa finds Wranglers of Zenith Blaze, and I'm not sure where Parapapa. Oh, where are you, Parapapa? Parapapa. Let's see, Parapapa. He's coming all the way up. So, Rish, it is a 1v4 for you over here, but we also have Team Control 66666 not too far away as well. Rish is now getting pulled up and in. Look at this. Rish trying to keep it, trying to get Eep out of the way. Vishal, OB, hello Vishal. Oh, and there goes Rish. So now, look at Scarface on his bicycle. Scarface, I wouldn't go over there if I was you, but it looks like Scarface is also going to push up on this. So we're going to watch this for just a second while Scarface tries to figure out what is going on with the rest of his team. And let's check in on what is happening with the rest of this. I do see that we might have some chaos going on down here on the bridge. Ooh, look at this. He's trying to get in and across that way. He is in bad shape, and you can't really see him because he is underneath, but let's go ahead and do it this way. He does have the 4 Angry Men right above him, and the Immaculate Esports, the taco just went on down. So now let's go ahead and go on back over here, and I will put that map back up there for you guys while I go and check and see what else is happening. I do think that Parasite may be looking for Wranglers of Zenith, but look at this. It does look like they're headed over towards Team Control. 666 was taking those shots. Let's see what's happening, as he knows that He knows that Parasite was taken on out of there, and now here comes the fight down at that Partona Bridge. I told you that they were swimming underneath it. And Region 8. Let's check in on the last match. Top fragger over here. As the 4 angry men are pulling right up and in. Home Depot is jelly, I'm pretty sure. Oh, peanut butter jelly time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know I love jelly. Alright, so now let's see what's going on with Dexter. Dexter right across that way. He still has one of them he's got John Wick. Hello everyone and happy Sunday night. We are with North America's best stars. We've got a full house tonight. We're gonna have some fun. Mohammed 6-4, Para 6-4 in my chat. Hello boys. Alright, let's get through these slots before they start without us. Slot 3, Zone 0, Zenus 4, Phase 9, Slot 5, Team Control Star, there's the star, 6, Pahadi Demon 7, we've got the Akal Sahi Esports, I hope I said it right guys, I tried. Slot 8, Ice Elf, Slot 9, Yamnog Lasers, Slot 10, we have Space Esports, in Slot 11, Rain, hello boys, Slot 12, Socrates Esports, in Slot 13, to be announced. Slot 14, the Golden Eagles NA. Slot 15, straight out of Nepal. 16, Mad Esports. 17, the Infinity Reapers. 18, Vitality Pros. 19, Region 8 Gaming. Slot 20, Origins. Ooh, Dill, you changed your team name, Gil. You guys are gonna mess me up every single week, I tell you. Hello, Sad. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, let's go. Yes, we're getting there. We're almost ready to start. We're right on hard start, but as you can see, the Golden Eagles Shu Young, and here comes Extreme Slayer Havoc. Where are you going, Havoc? Which team are you going into? Golden Eagles? Oh, there he is. I guessed it. Straight out of Nepal. Ooh, look at this. They are right on top of each other. Slot 13 and slot 15 are PMSL Brazil Heroes. All right here together. There is Klaus. There is Wolf. Woohoo! Let's go. It's going to be hot and sweaty tonight. If you guys remember last week, we came down to those last few minutes of the final game. Those scores were so tight. And, what an amazing ending. If you didn't see week 8, at least go and watch that last Erangel match. It was insane. These guys are so skilled. It's just amazing. I love it. Love it. All right, let's see. Look at this. We are completely packed. Everybody in their seat, ready to go. This is Winter Finals week number 9 of 11. We only have a few weeks left of the Winter Finals. So there we go. When they just hit that start button. Who do we want to jump with this week? That's the question. I see Phase 9 on their seat. There's a Salty. I wonder if that's the same Salty we all know. We'll find out soon if he starts popping off like the regular Salty. We will find out. Whew. Alright. Eventually, we'll get on in there. Let me go ahead and click this so you guys don't have to see all the silly little messages I'm getting. There we go. I don't know. There we go. Alright, let's get on the map screen. Make sure everything's set up. Yep, we are good to go. Are we on Invincible? Invincible. Yes. Look at that. All lined up, all ready to go. Ooh, a Space Chico. Chico, I haven't seen that name in a while, guys. An OGNAPRO. Alright, 14 seconds before tonight's first match of 5. We will be doing 5 matches tonight. 2 Erangel, 2 Miramar, and a Rondo. Smack dab in the middle. Looks like we got a little bit of lag issue. Hopefully that'll settle on down. Alright, so we're coming in from the east side in the middle of the Milta Power Peninsula, skimming across the top of the river. We are just to the south of Milta, going over both gas stations for the east and the west bridge, over the shark fin, all along in there, over the top of Quarry. But we are dumping off any FKs onto land. So over on that western edge, that California coastline, there's gonna be some chicken nuggies if there's somebody AFK. So let me check on my little map, because we got a lot of players jumping off at the very start. We've got, let's see, the Infinity Reapers headed up towards the prison area. We've got Origins over here in that Milta Power. It does look like we might have 2 teams in a fight right on down over here. We got Region 8. Let me see if I can click on one of them. We'll go ahead and jump on down with them. They were last week's winners. So Region 8 is right over here with Phase 9 and Socrates. So I'm not sure where Socrates went. Oh, they are down in Novo as well. So let's go ahead and head on over to Phase 9 Chapo, because he is smack dab in the middle between the 2 teams. You can see that the rest of the teams are fairly separated, but we're going over to that fairly known zone over on that western edge, encompassing some of that Sosnovka military base, that northwest edge. It's fairly normal zone for these teams. But ooh, one of them from Socrates already got knocked over here. I did not see that Socrates had one over here. Region 8 already up to an elimination, and the rest of Socrates are right on down and in. And I see that we're already moving on out with the hovercraft. So let's go on. Let's check really quick while we have a chance the rest of the map. It looks like everybody's pretty separated out. We do have the Zone 0 Zenith. That's gonna mess me up tonight, guys. You guys already know that my mouth doesn't work that well with the Akase Esports. So they're right over here, not too far away from each other. Let's check in on Invincible. He's not even the closest one. It's Shabib. Alright, so ooh, I see a couple of them over here as well. Let's go over to Yushen with Team Control Star. It does look like he's got a couple coming up and around him from Team 18, the Vitality Pros. And there goes the fight between the 3. Oh, he came right up and in. So maybe they can get Yushen picked back up, because I do think, yeah, he got knocked up here. So there is another one not too far away, though. I think that's Lucky. Lucky is coming down, trying to get that elimination down to Yushen, but Yushen is getting covered. Now it looks like he's going to go ahead and pick up his teammate down at the other side. So we might have Team Control Star. I'll pick back up in a minute as well. But let me see what's going on down here. It does look like we've got them separating out. So let's see. Region 8, did we lose somebody? No, they are all 4 of them still on here. But let's go on over to Socrates. Find out what's happening because we lost P.O. Nan. Alright, now that you guys have gotten an idea of where your teams are, let's get into these fights and see what we can find out what's going on. And it looks like Socrates is going to go ahead and head on back to their team. Maybe go ahead and try to rotate on out of there. But we do have Phase 9. They are still being really watched by Region 8. So they may not even realize that they've got another team coming up right behind them. And we got Cloudy up top. Trying to get those angles right on down. Trying to figure out where they all are. He did see that rotation out from Socrates, but Phase 9, I think he's still trying to figure out which building they're in. So let's see what else is happening. They are all out and about, just trying to figure out where the teams are. We do have Psy coming up and in. I think somebody said that was Melly, but Smelly. Oh, and we have Truepak. If you guys remember that ending last week with Truepak, that was so hot. If you didn't see it, go to the final few minutes of the Erangel match from week 8. Very, very good plays there. Alright, so let me see what else am I missing. I think the rest of it, I think Team Control Star is still following the call, so we might have something going on. And then we've got, looks like Hooks is coming right up and in the middle over here between the Ice Elves. The Ice Elves, Mikey right on down there. And there goes another knock. As soon as we leave Novo, they come up and around. Oh, Minnie. Minnie gets that knock. Oh, is Hooks going to be able to get on over? No, Hooks came right up and in. And Shrish is down to about 5 HP. And now it is just up to Xanty. Xanty is way out in the cornfield. I don't think he's going to be able to help his team at all. Sorry, Xanty, you are now alone. So I'm not sure what he's doing here. Are you having issues? I don't know what this is. I don't know, but we do have the fight going on over here. Let's get on over here, find out what's happening, because it does look like Phase 9 is having some issues over here. Got a ghosty over here. Ghost, is this your next account? Are you on another account over here? And now Ghost is getting pulled up on by all of them from Region 8 as they are coming up right on through that window. So we do have Region 8 up to 5 eliminations now. One of them from Socrates, the other one from Phase 9. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening on our map. It does look like most of these teams now are pretty separated. I feel like some of these teams over here on this eastern blue zone are right along this edge line, and they're gonna end up in some issues. We've got the Infinity Reapers coming out of shelter. I feel like Origins are coming right up and in onto Team 9 right over here. Team 9, the Yamna Glazers. Ooh, Gunners. Gunners has already been knocked, so let's get on over and find out what's going on with Yazzie. Yazzie's right on this edge, trying to throw those, trying to get, oh, and there goes a nade from Origin to take out Gunners. Is now this. Let's see what's going on over here. Is Team 20 Origin. They know that we're only in stage 1, and they do have time to go ahead and rotate a little bit later to give you an idea of what is happening on the map. You can see that the teams are starting to come on in. And then Vex down quite a bit in health, so Vex is going to pull on back. We do have the Slayer, though. Slayer's full health. Getting those eyes over onto Team 9, the Yamna Glazers. So, let's see. We've got quite the split play going on over here. We did lose Nade. So, ooh, he sees you. Is that nade going to hit? What a nade. Oh, the nade was too far over to the left. He was thinking he was going to come right up and in. Oh, nope, nope, and nope. So now let's head on over and find out what's going on with Jose coming right up and in, because he did get that nade over onto Vexy. So now let's see if we can get them picked back up, and we do have Paradox coming up and in. Look at this. Woo! The Habibi. The Habibi came right up and in, but Habibi down to about 20 HP. So now the Yemna Glazers, and it does look like Team 20 Origin, and we are down to just Slayer, and Slayer's going to go ahead and head on out of there. So straight out of Nepal in a fight now with Region 8. I only see Region 8 over here, but now we've got a couple of fights going on. I'm not sure which one to go over to. So we got the Golden Eagles NA with the Ice Elves. Ice Elves coming right up in. T-God Edits, clutch player. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Shout out to T-God's Edits. Alright, now let's get back into this. Let's see before I miss where that other one's. Thank you so much. Alright, let's go. Let me go ahead and put this up here, because I did see a fight about to start. I see that the Ice Elves are over here as well. So let's find out what's happening as they're coming right up and in. It looks like Pachinki is just coming on back to try to pick up his teammates. So we do have straight out Nepal. They are coming up. Let me check in on Spence. Looks like Spence was following one of the teams coming into the zone, just kind of pushing them on in, and it looks like Socrates, which they were just in a fight with. So Socrates does have straight out Nepal, but Socrates is already up on that ridge line, and does Spence know that he is going straight at him? He does now. He's right there in front of him, Spence. Right there. And now we got Space Esports in a fight as well. All these teams do have to fight all at the same time, guys. They cannot take their turn. Alright, let me go ahead and put this on up here as soon as we get some more. Let's see what is happening. It does look like Spence and KC moving the other way. Let me check in on XP3. XP3 is still coming up from behind there with Wolfie as well. And we still have them driving all the way around over here near Mad Esports. You can see Mad Esports up here just on that very far right. And so I see people falling out of vehicles. This is all chaos, guys. Let's head on over and find out what is happening with the Infinity Reapers. They're holding down a compound, and they were just in a fight, and I did miss who that fight was with. Let's get on over here and find out what is happening with Team 7, the Akal Sehi. Oh, I'm going to slaughter this name. I can already feel it, because we've got all of the team control moving up and around on the outside of them. Let me go ahead and put that map screen back on up there, give you guys an idea of where everyone is, because they are all getting right on top of each other. And who was that? It was Team Control Star coming right up and in. Let me check in over here on 6-6 as he's getting those shots, and we do have another one that's right over there in that compound with him. We're over here by Gekka. Let me see what is sure. Why no sure trying to get those nades right up and in, up to 2 eliminations. So now we do have to be announced. You just saw Judges driving right on by. He is still down at the southern side, and I think I think they're getting ready to try to get some of this third party. You see one of them from to be announced up on this ridgeline. It is Salty. So Salty, we've got a couple of Salties in here tonight, guys. We got a Phase 9 Salty, and we got the real deal. So let's go. Let's see what's happening. Oh, Claus. Claus was over on this side getting getting onto 6, and it looked like Salty was trying to get those shots across onto a couple of them, taking the shots across the way onto Skittles. The Skittles is also trying to get into the zone. And while we watch this for just a second, I'm going to go ahead and scroll on in on the map. And then I can get that map screen back up there, give you guys an idea of where we're going, because our zone is getting ready to pop. Most of these teams are pulling up pretty far apart. And oh, Slayer just got found. But we do have Mad Esports right on top of a team over here. Let's check in on what is happening with the Infinity Reapers and Team Control, because Team Control is coming right up into the Infinity Reaper compound. Look at this. Here they come. You can see that they are all pointed right at him. Trippy has been knocked. Let's check in on Rags over here. Rags is out and about trying to get those, trying to get the sight lines. But we also have Space Esports down to the south of them in that farm compound. So now we're still scrolling on in and out. Looks like we might have Socrates still coming up right behind Straight Outta Nepal. I feel like Straight Outta Nepal is just harassing Socrates Esports. Straight Outta Nepal Wolf right in front of him. And look at this, Wolfie going along as the hoverboard chasing him down. Now we got Straight Outta Nepal on the other side in a fight with the Golden Eagles. N.A. Shu Young. I noticed. Ooh, Shoo up on top of this. Be careful, Shoo. I've fallen off that one too many times. Alright, so now let's see what else is going. This is what's happening right now. So let me go ahead and put that map up there. Give you guys an idea. We've got a lot of those edge zone sweepers coming through, because we've got a lot of teams out there in the edge zone. They are all just coming up and right around. And now it looks like Socrates is trying to get past Straight Outta Nepal, but they're coming right up and in onto the Golden Eagles. N.A.G.O. Money. You got him right on down below you. You're gonna let him sit there, Geo Money. Let me see that nade go. Boom. Shikari trying to keep his head right on down as Geo. Not giving up on those nades. He knows that he's right on down below, and he's also paying attention to where the rest of Socrates are. Socrates is having a very difficult time trying to get into the zone. Let's see what's going on with Shikari. Shikari does have a vehicle, so he can get out of zone, but if you get out of the way from the Golden Eagles NA, I'm not 100% sure he knows that Shu Young is up in that guard shack. It looks like we got another fight going on over here. We had a chat GPT. There they go. Alright, so now to be announced. Let's see what's going on. If I can get up here. There we go. 90 now is the last one still standing. Mad Esports taking out Rags from the Infinity Reapers. And you can see that Team Control Star is not that far away as well. So let's see. We've got to be announced, taking over a large chunk of this northwest edge, but we do have Mad Esports right here in this compound trying to stop the Team Control Star from coming on in, and Millie gets found by, ooh, Millie got knocked by Claws, but then it gets stolen by Mad Esports. Mad Esports up to 9 eliminations, getting that elimination taken away from to be announced. Techie boy, hello Tech, hello big fans. So now let's check in on what's happening with Team Control Star. Down to just Yu Shen, and Yu Shen, I'm not sure, nope, Yu Shen is now a solo for Team Control Star, and trying to get those nades up and over because our zone has popped again. We are still going down towards that road area just to the north of a ferry pier. So let me get that on the map. There you go. That's a little better. And so now let's get on back. Here comes the nades. Oh, the nade. That nade by Noob. Perfectly cooked, executed. Hello, Kaylita, watching these games and also watching the Super Bowl. Well, Kaylita, you'll have to tell us what's going on with... Oh, Shikari just got found by Shu Young over on that southern side. So I think we're getting ready for the push right on over here. And let's see what's going on with Sandu. Sandu trying to get those shots with that S12, and he just lost in the smoke. And Giovanni with the nades, and there goes Socrates. Socrates taken out by Shu Young and the boys over here. Giovanni, the last one, still standing because here comes straight out of Nepal, and now it's up to Gio to try to get the rest of his team picked up, and only Shu Young is still standing. So now let's see if we can get on in. It looks like Gio's gonna go ahead and try to just move him on out, but straight out of Nepal. KC coming right up and in the sandwich play from straight out of Nepal, coming at him from each direction. We are down to the top 6 teams. Even in this, you can see that's to be announced right over here in a fight. Let's get on, but somebody's still standing with a click. Come on, thank you. Alright, so we are over here with Zone 0 Zenith. So the Zone Zenith, let's check in on what's going on with them. We do have Sabi. Oh, we're down to just a duo now. We got Blaze over here. And Invincible Blaze trying to get that heart peek over on the claws. And he does find claws straight through that window. But most of to be announced are right over there. Blaze still keeping those eyes straight across. Woo! He finds G-Buck out that window as well. So now we got 2 of them knocked. They are in zone though. Let me show you the zone because it is getting ready to pop again. We've got another zone getting ready, and look at this. To be announced and Zone Zenith or Zone 0 Zenith are in zone. The rest of them do have to come on in. We do have straight on Nepal in another fight, and I think that fight is already over. They are up to 9 eliminations, but they are coming through a whole lot of 5.56 Skeeters. I can hear them, and we still have look at this. We still have Mercury over here with Balenci. They still have to come on in from the shack out in the middle of the farm field, and Judges driving up and around onto Zone 0 Zenith, and so still trying to figure out where everyone is right in here. We can hear that S12K, and look at this coming right on down onto Judges. Judges trying to get out from behind that, and Salty is able to find Blaze, and they know that straight out of Nepal are right up on that ridge line, and we still have the duo across the... Oh, no, we do not. We are down to the final 2 teams. We are down to the 2 Brazil PMSL teams. This is it, boys. We have to be announced versus straight out of Nepal. And we did lose Spence, but we've got straight out of Nepal up to 11 eliminations, whereas to be announced are up to 5 eliminations. We got KC perfectly positioned. The star of the show coming right up in XP3, Mr. Dark liking himself with his old teammate straight across. So let's go. Let us see what is going to happen. It is a 3v4 over here. All 4 of them from to be announced are still standing, and we are all in zone. So look at this. All these, we do have straight on Nepal on the southeast, and to be announced all tucked in to that compound, to that northwest edge. So let's see. It looks like Wolf is waiting for the zone to pop. He's just sitting, hanging out in the vehicle, listening to the jams. Goddess! Hello, Goddess. You are so OP. Hello, Goddess. Alright, let's go. Very slow and calculated. As I said, these two are our PMSL heroes. So let's XP3 giving them some target practice. So let's go on over and let's check in on G-Muck. See what G-Muck can see from the top of the roof over here. He was definitely keeping an eye on that XP3 dance. That was quite the little dance. Do your dance. What is that song? Do your dance quick. I don't know. Now, all four of them, look at your mini map up in the upper right-hand corner. All four of them from to be announced are in zone. So straight out of Nepal has to figure out what they want to do. Each one of these houses do have one from to be announced. So if they pushed up and in onto one of these houses as a full four-man team, it could get them into zone as long as they are ready to fight, because all of these players in here know how to fight. So let's go back on over and see how they're going to push right up and into the zone, into to be announced. So it looks like KC going to the east. We got Wolf going to the west, and we got coverage from XP3. XP3 pointing them out, letting them know which houses they're in. Wolf coming right up and over into, let's see, can he come right up? Oh, he came right up and into Judges, and Judges stopped him. And now it is just down to XP3. Judges does get knocked, and I'm not sure. I did miss who knocked him, but it looks like Salty is already there getting ready, and he denies the point. Match ended. To be announced. Coming in first was 7 eliminations. Straight out of Nepal. Coming in second with 11 eliminations. And then the Vitality Pros coming in third with an elimination. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores. 4 through 6. 7 through 9. 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. Going all out, straight out of Nepal with his super little dance. XP3, 6 eliminations, 789 damage. So when we come right back, we should have some live scores, and we will be jumping with XP3 into match number 2. Be right back. Under the bridge, and Casper all the way down at the other one. Casper, whoa. There, I'm not sure. I think we should be able to stay a full 4-man team over here, but let's check in on Dexter's angle. Let's find out what is Dexter doing. Oh, Dexter is taken down and out, I believe. No, he's down to 1 HP. Look at this. He's going to be able to get picked. He's going to be able to get that res off. But Home Depot goes up and finds John Wick right when we clicked off of him. Jelly, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jelly. Alright. I just need to figure out who is C. I'm tired of this name right here. Ghosty, help me with this name over here. I don't know what to call him other than C. Alright, there goes Dexter. So we do have Jelly already. Our last match, top fragger, Home Depot, up to 2 eliminations. There's only 1 player still remaining for the 4 angry men, and it is Casper. Whoa. So now Finial, Gamma versus Jerry. Let's find out what is going on over here. And was that Finial? Yes, it was. Let's find Finial. Where did they go, guys? Where did they go? I thought they were over here. Oh, they are over here. There they are. There they are. I thought I was on them. Let's see. So Gamma finds the finest. Oh, that was the finest. There it is. He found Jerry right up and over in Dark Esports. Oh, get out of there. Zen Jet right there, right in front of you. So now Dark Esports is down to just Core. Core has 2 eliminations over here, but he is still fighting 2 different teams, and the 2 different teams are starting to put the pinch play onto each other where Dark Esports just was. Gamma. He was able to get one of those eliminations over onto the finest right here. Jerry is back up though, so here they come on this push. You can see him right here. Gamma coming right up and around Jerry, getting ready to take those shots. Oh, Gamma on that jump shot. Now here they come right up and over, and I think that is it for Finial. No, we still have another one for Finial. Chris, what are you gonna do over here? You are now a solo against a trio and another solo. So you still have 2 teams over here in Puerto Paraiso with you. So while we keep an eye on that, let me check in on my map, make sure we are not missing anything. I do see that the Infinity Reapers are coming up pretty close onto Equinox, right in that center-ish zone of Los Leon. I'll go ahead and put the map screen up there, give you guys an idea where your teams might be, because our zone is getting ready to pop. We have 8 seconds left, so we can keep an eye on this because it's kind of quiet over here in Puerto Paraiso, and there goes our zone. It shifted all the way to the west, so all these teams here in Puerto Paraiso do have to move on out. So let's go ahead and check in on where else our fights may be. There we go, Equinox and the Infinity Reapers. I did see that one starting. Alright, let's see what's happening right over here. We have Rags trying to get those shots right up and over, and ooh, Equinox finding them. So now we are down to just a solo for the Infinity Reapers. All 4 of them from Equinox. Look at that, they're all running right in front of him, and he's over here just boosted. Oh, the jump shot. Alright, guys, let's see what else is going on. I just missed that, but we do have almost there down in the area of the 4 angry men. 7 deadly sins versus Pew Pew as well. So now let me see if I can figure out where that is going on. I feel like that is, yes, that is all the way to the north side. Let me check in on what is happening. I'll go ahead and do it side by side so that we don't miss any of these fights. Give you an idea of what's happening. I think we can go ahead and put this map screen up there really quickly, show you where everybody is. There you go. Give you an idea, because we still have 16 teams in this, and it does look like everybody's getting ready to rotate. So now let me see. It looks like to be announced is coming right up onto Team Control Star with Velocity coming right up and in. The region 8 with the Arabic letters is Melee. Alright, gotcha. Thank you, Ghosty. And we're Zenith. Oh, they get into the fight as soon as we get off of that. Let's see if we can. Oh no. 7 deadly sins. Let's see what's going on with you over here. 7 deadly sins. What happened? Kill. Not again. An Equinox. You can see that Equinox is paying attention in Vex. I don't think they're going to be able to get him picked back up. And now it's just down to Nate. Nate is coming right up and in, right in front of him. So now Claus gets taken down. And to be announced is just down to Salty over here. So now let's go ahead and get this back over here onto the main screen. See if we can find out what's going on. It looks like everybody's getting ready to get everybody picked back up. 6666666. Let's check in on you, Shen. You, Shen, trying to get those shots over, and Skittles coming right up and around. Into Salty on the other side. Salty right there on that backside of the hill. And now Skittles getting that nade out, and you can see the nades coming right up and over the top of him. And there goes Star right in front of him. Skittles getting that nade over onto Star as he is trying to get the nades over onto Salty and Blaze. Both of them pushing up on that backside. As the rest of his team, 6666, is the last one to get picked back up. And I think Skittles, none of those nades getting any dirt or any of those. But now we do have Team 17 coming up right in behind. You can see that we've got Rain Esports all the way to the north. And Yushen gets found by Rain Esports. So now Team Control Star down to just Skittles. Skittles coming right up and over, finds the judge, but Sharice from Rain Esports is able to get them in the back. And now let's see, where's Mad Esports. There we go. Mad Mille has been knocked over here, but they are right here between. Ooh, look at that nade. I was just getting ready to say 7 deadly skins. Since he's able to get that knock, we've got Noob. Hello everyone, and welcome back to match number 2 of the North America's Best Stars. This is week finals 9 of 11. We are on hard start. Let's scroll through this, see what we got going on. Looks like we're missing one from Socrates, but the rest of the players are ready to go into match number 2, Miramar. And this time we are jumping with straight out of Nepal XP3 Dark Lead. 6 eliminations, 789 damage. So let's get that fragger on there with his little dance around that rock. That was oh, that was a good one. Alright, so let me find XP3 straight out of Nepal. Where are you? Slot 15. So XP3 on your screen. There he is, guys. Last match top fragger. Now let me find him on over here. And there we go. We're all set up to jump with him. And come on, XP3, do something for us. We got 569 seconds to watch you. Thank you, Tonio, for the sub. Thank you, Tonio. Thank you. Goddess OP. Big hearts to you, Goddess. I appreciate you so much. And we got Sunshine in the chat. And here we go, guys. Let me get that map screen up there for you. We are headed into Miramar. Our first flight path of Miramar coming in from those Impala Islands, going across the top of Las Leones Macera, just dumping off at the wall just to the north of Villa del Mar. So there's your flight path. We'll pay attention on where these teams jump. Let's see. Let's scroll on in on my screen so I can see where everybody is going. We do have straight out Nepal headed over to their Impala jump, but it looks like they have a team with them. Yes, they do. Balense with Team 18, the Vitality Pros. Look at this. He's headed off this way, where the rest of his team are going down to the southern side. So it might be interesting to see what Balenci does. We do have another little front coming on in with a rain front coming in with ice. We got some sleet over here, guys. We got rain with the ice elves, and it looks like they're separating out, but I feel like Sharice may have some problem over on this side. It looks like Vitality Pros went ahead and went further north. Sharice trying to get those shots. Oh, Sharice, I am so sorry, Sharice, and it does does look like we might be able to get Sharice picked back up. We do have Migs over here, so we'll hope for that. We've got three teams headed on over towards Picado. So let's see what Mig's gonna be able to do. He does have him pushing right up underneath him. Yeah, oh, he's trying to get on over and get that elimination onto Sharice. Hopefully Migs can do something. He's got the Tommy gun. He's got that UMP, and Mikey coming right up and around. Look at that, Mikey right on top of Sharice, right out that window. Ooh! Migs gets him down to about 2 HP, and that rain ice mix is going off, and now we've got Team Control Star also in the fight with Origins. Havoc, whoa, already getting some of those knocks as well. So we'll have to switch on over, find out what is happening. Let me see if I can find that while we watch this for just a minute. We do have all those teams. We've got so many teams in a fight at the moment. Let me see what's going on over in Bogota. We have the Space Esports over with Team 9 Yemna Glazers. And also Zone 0 Zenith over here as well. Space Esports. I only see a duo for them, and they're pretty separated over in Picado. So it looks like Rain's going to be able to get them picked back up. Let me show you what's happening over in Picado. We do have a push-up coming up from Team 9, the Yemna Glazers. They are getting really close to Space Esports. And then let's see what else is happening on the rest of the map. So we also had that fight on down here with Rain Esports. So let me see if I can get Rain Esports onto this. We'll do the side by side since we're already on Rain. Let's get on over here towards, let's see what's happening. Oh, I was trying to click on somebody else and I already forgot where I was going. So let's see, we got a fight between the Golden Eagles right up and over here. We're on Havoc. Whoa, Havoc is over here with Team 14, the Golden Eagles NA, and they've got, it looks like Team Control Star in that background as well. Havoc is pushing right up and he was able to get a knock onto Wano Sure, and now we're trying to get him picked back up. We got Shu Young picking him up. We got 22 coming right up and in. So now let's see what else is happening. We did get Sharice picked up over here, and let's see what's happening with the secret. It looks like a 777, the jackpot, was taken on out, but we do have Mikey coming up on the off angle, trying. Oh, he is right above them. So we still have, it looks like we're gonna have to try to get Golden Eagle Geo picked back up. So we do have Geo on the same team with Shu Young and Havoc. So we'll keep an eye on what's happening over here with Team Control Star on your right. And we've got the Ice Elves right on top of Rain. So 20. Ooh, let's see what's going on with Havoc. Havoc is up to 3 eliminations. Will Havoc get this? Will he get the squad wipe? He is still trying to come in. No, there are still 2. There's still 2 over here for Team Control Star. And now Shu Young does get knocked. So we'll keep an eye on that. We still have Mikey up here on top of this as well. Let me go ahead and put this back up here. Skittles finds Havoc. Oh, Havoc. Let's go on. Let's see what's happening with Shu Young, because Shu is down to about 5 HP as Team Control are coming up and around. And now, there goes Geo. No, Geo Money is taken on out. So Skittles with a 4-piece, and I'm not sure if that was all onto the Golden Eagles NA, but we'll go ahead And no, I can't do it on the screen. So let's go. Let's see what else is happening. I'm gonna go ahead and put this map screen up here. See what we can see. We still have to fight over here between the ice and rain. The sleet storm coming on in. We still got this chaos going on down here in, ooh, Fangs. Fangs is in trouble. Fangs is on fire. So we got Fangs and Chico over here as well. So let me go ahead and put that on the side by side. Try to get that. Oh, Mikey. Mikey gets that knock over onto Charisse. And now Rain Esports down to a solo player. Right on down below. It's just up to Miggs. Miggs is the last one still standing. And let's get on over to Chico as they're coming up and through from the Ice Elves right out and around. Miggs is able to get one of them knocked, and so now they're still coming right up and in. But the Ice Elves finishing off a Rain Esports. So now let's go ahead and get that map screen up. Let me show you where we are going because our zone did pop. I don't think, there we go. And let's get on over to the fight that's going on. It looks like Chico is heading on out of Picado. But we do have the Zone 0 Zenus. I have to say that very slow. But look at Jose across the way. Let's see what kind of eyes he's got across onto the Zone 0 Zenus. Zone 0 Zenus. And he's trying to get those shots with that M249. Ooh, let's go. He's up to 2 eliminations, and you can see that we are headed all the way up to that La Cabrera area. Crater Fields, semi-center zone, and our zone should pop in. We're going just to the south side of the Oasis. You can see that we still have the Oasis in this. We're going north of San Martin and east of Crater Fields. So there you go. Let me check in on my map, see what else is happening. And we still have the fight, the Habibi. The Habibi over here behind the wall. And look at this. They're Habibi not making it easy. Not making it easy at all. And it does look like we're going to go ahead and head on out for the Yamna Glazers. So now let's go. And we do have Space Esports. Chico's still headed to the north. We've got another fight going on up here. Let's head on over into this fight. Find out what's happening between Team 6, the Bahati Demons. They are right over here with Phase 9. Phase 9 straight across the street. We have Chaos, Ghost, Salty, and Chapo. The other Salty, I told you we had 2 Salties tonight. There we go. Salty number 1 and Salty number 2. Let's check in on the Cobra. You're going to strike fast and deadly, Cobra. Oh no, Team Control Star having some issues with the play zone, trying to get on into zone. Let's see, they're over there by the Yamna Glazers as well. So they did come up and in, and one of them from Yamna Glazers is able to take out one of them from Team Control Star. Team Control Star down to just a duo. So Ghost up on that up on the top of that roof does have a sight line down onto the Cobra, and it looks like Chapo's going to be able to go ahead and get that elimination. Leo is in trouble now. They are all pushing up and around over here onto Leo, as we do have Socrates off in the distance as well. I just saw a Socrates with that. Ooh, here they come on in. Oh, Leo. I'm sorry, Leo. Let's find out what's going on with Habadi himself. Let's see. Pahadi. I cannot get my mouth to work, guys. You guys know it already. Does not work when I try to make it. Alright, so we're down to just a duo for the Bahati Demons. So let's see what else is happening. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there. Give you guys an idea of where the rotations are. I'll zoom on out, let you see that there's nobody on this eastern edge. So we can come on in just a little bit more. We do have some teams coming in from that western edge though. I'll bring that down just a little bit. There you go. And our zone does pop again. It's a donut zone. We are going just onto that northeast side or northwest side of the water treatment and all the hills up on that northern edge. So now the Bahati Demons do have to get on out of this blue zone because it's going to start hurting fairly soon. So they need to save some of those meds and supplies for their fights. And you can see that we also have another team coming around that crater field. Oh, we got another fight right on down here. Let's see what's going on over here. To be announced. They just found someone in that anchor position, and I did miss who it was, but I do think it was one of them over here. No, all four of them are still in it. 4 team 7. The Akal Sahid is it? Oh, my mouth. It never works. We got straight out Nepal over here in a fight. Let's see who is it with. Region 8 Gaming! KC just lasering him right on out of that vehicle. Drubak going up and over that wall with the car, trying to get the jump over the wall. The car a little bit stuck, but hopefully one of the other ones, melee or PPIRC. I'm not sure what that even says. We'll just call you C. So we got Son. Ooh, Mikey getting found by one of them from straight out of Nepal. Let's see what's going on with KC as he comes up and around, because he's also got the Yamna Glazers coming up right behind him as well. And he's paying attention to what's happening on that edge of the zone. He is right here himself on this southeast side. Let me go ahead and put this map up there, give you guys an idea how congested the zone really is. We do have a lot of teams in the zone, but we've got a lot of teams still out in the blue as well. Hopefully, whichever team you are watching for, hopefully they're making it in into zone. And who is that over here? Is that C? Yeah, C over here at the Hacienda del Patron, getting those shots down onto Team 9, the Yamna Glazers. And we do have a duo still standing for them, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to find an easy way out of the long barn. We got C just keeping an eye right on over here. So now we're down to just Gunners. Gunners is the last one, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to get his teammate picked back up. No, he is not. So now he's a solo, and he's going to have to figure out how he gets on out of there. That vehicle is not going to travel well. He might as well put that vehicle right into his backpack for as much help as it's going to be. Yushan over here in trouble. Oh, now we are down to just Skittles, as all of 4 of them from the Zone 0 Zeniths are coming right up in on them. And they also have the coverage of the third party in that edge zone. You can see that to be announced. They are taking those shots. If you look up in your upper right hand corner to the shots coming on down. So let's see what's going on with G-Muck still trying to get those shots. Look at this, right on through into the grace. But we also have another team coming up from this edge as well. We got Mad Esports, Techie Boy trying to get those shots across onto Region 8 as Region 8 coming across. We got Socrates and Phase 9 also in a fight. Let me go ahead and scroll on in on our map so that we can see where these fights are going off at the moment. So let me go ahead and get the Region 8. We'll get a side-by-side. Hopefully you guys prefer this so that you guys can see more of these fights that are happening while they are happening. Let's get on over to Socrates. Sandu right on top of Phase 9, right on down below him. We got Region 8 getting pushed up on by Team 17, the Infinity Reapers. And Claus from across the way. I think Claus was able to get that knock. Sandu trying to get those shots right on down. Right on to where Ghost is. Let's see. Ghost is now just a solo trying to come into zone. But he's got the Pahadi Demons coming up behind him. He's got 2B announced behind him. And he also has Team 7, the Akal Sahi Esports straight across. Oh, Ghost getting found. No matter which direction he goes, he's going to go ahead and get into that nade shack. Let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more and find out where the rest of these fights are. It looks like we can come on back over here and give you an idea of what is happening in the real world. Let's get on up on top of the mountain, see what's happening. And I'll go ahead and get that map screen set up for our next zone. We still have 9 teams in this as they're coming up and around. Gmuck has been knocked. We do have Claws, Judges, and Salty still up at the top of the hill. But if you look up in your upper right-hand corner, you got the Pahadi Demons over here. You got Socrates over here. And we still have the Akal Sahi Esports as well. So now let's go on over here, see what's happening with no levels right up on over. Ooh, Ghost there coming right up and around on you, and not too far away from Sturdy from the Pahadi Demons. So can Ghost has to be able to see what's going on right outside those windows. He does. Look at this, Ghost coming out. He watched it all going on and he decided to take those shots up the hill. But now the Pahadi Demons heard all that. They also have Socrates right uphill from them as well. And to be announced right over on the other side of the hill. So now the Akal, oh, no levels, feeling the pressure from the 2 teams right on top of them, trying to throw those smokes. And here comes Socrates, right on down on top of him. He's trying to get those shots over on him, and Socrates coming right on down. But now Socrates is downhill from the Pahadi Demons, so Socrates has to come up and in. So Shikari coming right on back in, but now he is outside his zone as well. Let me go ahead and give you that map screen, give you an idea where these teams are and where they're coming in. We are still going to the hills, to that northwest side of the water treatment. So it looks like we're getting ready to go ahead and rotate on down and around away from to be announced and the Pahadi Demons. So Socrates making that swoop down and around into the Infinity Reaper, straight out of Nepal in the fight with Mad Esports. Now let's get that last match top fragger up onto the screen, guys, and see what's going on with him. I just saw him get a knock over on the Mad Esports, and there they all go. KC coming in strong, and now Wolf has been knocked 4 straight out of Nepal. But we have the Infinity Reapers across the way, and we do have Socrates coming right up and into the Infinity Reapers. They just got onto this very edge. So now let me go ahead and put that map up there, scrolling on in just a little bit better. We still have 6 teams in this fight. So let's see. We still have the Pahadi Demons. They are still uphill from all of this. And let me see. They are right on top of 2B. Now, Shikari from across the way. So now it is just up to Sturdy. Sturdy trying to get those shots down onto Bakari. He may or may not be able to. Is Crisp backwards? Thank you. Crip backwards. Thank you, Cloudy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's get in and across the way. Let's go check in on the Vitality Bros. Mercury coming right up and underneath all of them from straight out of Nepal. We got the Vitality Pros on that 2-2 split. They're pretty separated out, but we do see that XP3 coming in and across right behind Mercury, but Mercury's over trying to get those shots across the way onto KC. And now look at this. Trippy just found Claws and Judges. Judges finds one of them from the Bahati Demons. Afro Abe! Hello, Abe! How are you? So now Mercury has buggies going across the top of his head. A little bit bigger than the normal 5.56 skeeters coming at him. And so now Mercury getting pinched over here. Does get, is able to knock Spence, but look at this. He's gonna KC coming right up and over, and Lucky across the way, trying to get those shots, trying to hold off straight out of Nepal off of his team. He is trying to get right up and over as Reggie. Reggie was KC still coming right up over in that flying mobile. We got Lucky trying to throw some of those nades over onto straight out of Nepal. And he is down to just a solo straight out of Nepal, still right over on this edge. Let me put this map up there, give you guys an idea what is going on. And I'll go ahead and scroll it in and across because we still have 6 teams over here. And so now here they come. Straight out of Nepal. KC on the move. KC is hot tonight, guys. He is feeling it. KC. Woohoo! KC does get knocked, but now we got Judges. Judges is the last one still standing. 4-2 being out. So we got the Infinity Reapers right on the outside of his door. We do have straight out of Nepal coming into the center zone area. We still have the Bahati Demons over in here and Socrates. So there you go. There are your 5 teams still remaining. So let's see. It looks like XP3. He is still in this. He was last match top fragger. So let's give him just a few more seconds of screen time love because we've only got less than a minute until we go into Zone 7. We are way up in the hills in Miramar. Looks like XP3 seeing him across the way. Look at Sturdy just running right on through. And so now let's get over into the Infinity Reapers. Find out what's happening. Let's check in on 90 right over here next door to Socrates. So trying to get those nades, but deciding to hold his nades until he at least sees one of their heads right on in there. And now let me put that map screen up there, give you guys an idea where we're gonna go, who's gonna get zone blessed at this moment. And our zone is another donut zone. I'm sure these IGLs appreciate the donut zones because now they are still pushing in the same trajectory. They know where the other teams are just by watching the elimination feed, watching to see who is getting the knocks. Let's get on over here. The Bahati Demons do have to come down and in to straight out of Nepal. Straight out of Nepal, right across the way. They are watching the Bahati Demons, and I'm not sure how they're going to get off this ridgeline, guys. But the straight out of Nepal do have the views right on across on top of them. Let's see who is watching them. Let me check in over onto. It is KC for sure. Keeping the eye right across the way, and you can see that they are all getting into that zone. KC and XP3 and KC both up to 5 eliminations each. So now down to the top 4 teams. Let's see what's going on straight in the center zone. Judges does have, look at straight on Nepal. They're wrapping around on a 2-2 split, going counterclockwise and clockwise, pushing into Socrates and the Infinity Reapers. So now these two teams getting pinch played by straight out of Nepal. 90 finding Shikari with that nade, and so now we are down to the top 3 teams. They were taken out that fast, and we still have judges in this, but now we've got a trio from the Infinity Reapers against all 4 of them from straight out of Nepal. XP3 up to 6 eliminations. So now it is, our zone is getting ready to pop. Let's go. Let's see where it's going to go. Are these teams going to have to move on out? Let me check. Oh, no. Look at that. Another fairly decent donut zone. Let me get that. There we go, guys. Now you can see that we got straight out Nepal on top of the Infinity Reapers. And we've got the Infinity Reapers on a fairly decent split as long as the Infinity Reapers don't get knocked. But they've got that uphill from Wolf for straight out Nepal. Keeping an eye on everything that's going on down and below. And look at this. XP3, Spence, and KC all on that ridge line. They are in zone. Wolf is not in zone, but Wolf is getting all the information he needs from the Infinity Reapers and to be announced. These are your top 3 teams, and we're still a little bit too far out to give you a really good idea, so I'm going to go right on back in here. And let's go ahead and put 90 on the one side. We'll go ahead and we'll put our last match top fragger. How's that? Onto the right side. That gives you guys an idea of what is happening, what kind of sight lines they have on each other. Now it looks like we've got some shots going across onto Rags. So let's see what's going on with Rags. He has been spotted by straight out Nepal. He's got Casey and Spence straight across from him. But he's over here in the nade shack. And we still have judges in the middle between the 2 other teams. Judges just keeping his head down, and our zone's getting ready to pop again. Let me go ahead and put that up there and give you an idea of where our new zone is gone. And I don't see this zone. We're in stage 9. Oh, the zone is gone, guys. So now we are pushing right on in. There are no more zones, guys. It is what it is. So these guys have to push in and fight. Who's going to be? We have 3 teams left. 8 players still remaining in this. We have a 3v4v1. Judges right there in center zone. We've got smokes coming out. They are all right around the way. And let me go ahead and scroll on up. See what we can see on this side. Think you guys can see most of the players this way. I think that might work okay. Give you guys that view of what is happening right on over here. I think that is, there you go. Now you can see the line coming across from straight out of Nepal, coming across the road, because we no longer have any zones. Once this starts to close, it is closing onto nothing. So let's get out. Oh, Wolf from that sight line up above. As I said, Wolf had that sight line coming on down, but Wolf gets found by 90. And now KC, as I said, he is hot tonight. He is up to 9 eliminations as he is trying to push in and across this. And here he comes straight into the Infinity Reapers and to be announced judges right in front of him. So now he's still trying. Oh, judges comes right out and around. Does find KC. And so now we're down to judges versus. I think that was the Infinity Reaper. It was the Infinity Reapers coming in first with 9 eliminations, coming in second to be announced with 4 eliminations straight out of Nepal with 16 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out. Infinity Reapers, 97 eliminations, 833 damage. And with that, we will be right back, headed into our Rondo match for the North America's Best Stars. This is the Winter Finals, week number 9, and I will be right back. Up at the top, we've got Equinox coming in, and we've got the Pew-Pews right over here as well. So let me check in on Noob, what's going on with you over here, as you do have all of them right on this backside. So now let me, while we watch that, let me scroll in on this map over on the other side. Look at that Molly right up and over on the Boops popping right up and over. So now let's go. I think he was able to find Boops. We got Potato on that backside. So now they're still coming up and over. Mad Esports, and we see the nades are flying. You can see them over onto this side, and there goes Millie. We still have this fight over here with the other teams on this far eastern edge. So now let me go ahead and put this map screen up there, give you guys an idea. If your team is still in this, you can see that we are all the way over on this eastern side of the new zone, and our zone's getting ready to pop in 16-second. Rain Esports in a fight with Salty over on the other side. Let's hop on over to Rain Esports. Rain coming in with 7 eliminations, and they've got 3 teams right on over here next to them. So we just lost a team over here, but we still have Almost There and Velocity. And let's go. To be announced is just pulled away from all of this, and we still have the fight with Mad Esports with Equinox over on that other side. And look at this, they are all getting taken out by the play zone. Only Mad Techie Boy was able to get on out of there. Newbie, I'm sorry. So now let's see, it looks like they're gonna be driving right up and in onto Pew. And all these teams going out, and we're only in stage 4. So we gotta push these teams faster to make sure that they get into the zone. And look at that, Techie Boy was able to go all the way down and around Pew right up in that compound, just to the north side of where Techie was. Techie, you gotta be careful. Oh, a little more careful than that, just a little bit. All right, so now let's see. It looks like we still have Rain over here next to Almost There. We've got Velocity not too far away from Home Depot and Region 8 Gaming. So let me get out over here. And let's get into this, because they came up right behind Velocity. Velocity, I think, is down to just a solo now. Silent is the last one. The seat swap by Home Depot. Alright, and I think that is it for Velocity. Region 8 Gaming up to 7 eliminations. And now let's see. We still have Rain Esports really close to Almost There. We might have a fight there. We have the Finest that need to come in And they might come right on in over here onto Parasite. So we got to keep an eye on this side because I feel like we might have a fight there. And we still have Pew Pew that needs to come in as well. And our zone should be popping fairly soon. It does look like Home Depot is getting ready to push up, do some scouting. So let's see, telling her who the players are, Mohammed. I don't pay attention too much to make sure, tell me what you meant. Yeah, Mohammed just wants to help, guys. He's just trying to help. Alright, so let's see. What is going on with Cloudy? It looks like Cloudy's a little busy over here with Almost There. And we got 3 teams over here. We've got Almost There, Region 8, and Rain. Rain at that far west. Rain Esports down to the southwest. And then we've got Almost There in the zone. So it looks like Blaze is still getting some knocks for look at this. Blaze's center zone still getting knocks to be announced. So now let's go ahead and stay over in here. Oh, Home Depot. Home Depot just got knocked right up over here. So now let's see if we can get it picked back up. It was by Rain Esports across the way. And Charis and the Random are the last 2 still standing over here. Let's see if we can get these teams picked back up before they get pushed up on by a Region 8. Charis getting that nade right out and over. But he's got Almost There coming up right behind him as well. Home Depot all the way across that backside. Charis trying to stay out of those nades as the nades are coming right up and over. We got Random knocking hooks. What the heck? There goes one of them from a Region 8 over here. Let's see. See right here. He's down. I think they said that is Melee. Home Depot is the last one still standing for Region 8 Gaming as he is heading down to the south, getting away from this third party. But we do have this Chaos from Almost There coming right up and in, also trying to get some of these, some of this third party. 11 being bold and coming right up and in, trying to stick his nose in there. I see you, 11. I see you. All right, so now we still have, let's see what's going on up here. Rain Esports. Let's check in on Hooks over here. Hooks, I think, was just that nade by Zante. Zante throwing nades right up and over. Rain Esports is up to 9 eliminations as we got Almost There. Almost There, 11, about ready to breach the top of this hill, coming right up and over. Hooks getting ready to drive right on into him. Zante does get found by Almost There, so now we are down to just a duo for Rain Esports, still over here on this western edge of the zone. And now it's Rain Esports versus Almost There, and I feel like I saw another team. Yes, Parasite. Parasite also came right up and in onto the backside of this, and we've got Immaculate Esports and Pew Pew not too far away from all of this as well. And so now Almost There turning their attention down onto Paris. Hello everyone and welcome back. We're getting all of them back into their seats. It looks like we are a full house going into tonight's third match of the North America's Best Stars Week Finals number 9. This is match number 3 of 5. We're headed in Toronto, and this time we're going to be jumping with the Infinity Reapers. 97 eliminations, 833 damage. Not is saying not. Alright, it looks like our scorer is not going to be able to score tonight, so we will have to wait and find out if they come on in and get the scores done. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. It could be down again. I don't even know. No, there is 90. And let's see if I can find him. There we go. On both screens. And as always, I'm going to try to do side by side so I can catch as many of these fights in Rondo as possible. You guys know that we get a lot of fights in the NABS factory. We get the fights in the temples, sometimes up in Mehran. So I will do the best I can to keep up with your players. But if you got somebody you want to check in on, you're going to have to let me know where they are, because I haven't found anything that works just yet to be able to keep track of where your teams are. I'm trying, but 1 minute they're on the southwest, the next minute they're northeast, and it's just like, woo. So this time we've got the chopsticks going in opposite directions. We've got one flight path coming in from that very southwest edge going to the northeast, and then right where it dumps off at the northeast, we got the second flight path coming in going down to the southeast. So we got 90 already off the plane. I'm not sure where the Infinity Reapers are headed, but they are headed down towards, looks like maybe Long Ho, maybe. So let me scroll on in. I don't think they really have anybody too close. We do have Rain Esports not that far away. So let's head on over to Yulin, see what's going on over towards the temples. Looks like we've got 2 teams over here in the temples, not as many as normal. And look at the NABS factory. So we're going to go ahead and get the NABS factory over onto this side. We got Socrates, white hat, and he is coming right in on top. Of look at your mini map up above. We have just about every player on this map. We have 18 teams in here, 72 players, and I wouldn't doubt it if we had 50 of the players here at the NABS factory, guys. So while you guys watch that, I'm gonna go and check on what else is happening. Our first zone does pop. Let me go ahead and show you that really quickly to show you where our zone is. We're going all the way over to that east side. Not many other fights happening, so I'm going to go ahead and what is happening? We're going to go ahead and pick it, get in onto the fight over onto this side, and let me see what else is happening. Socrates down to just a duo. So now let's go ahead and find out who else is over here. Let me check in on space. Leo. Hello, Leo. Oh, he's got, oh, do you see how much health Nade has across the way? Nade has 0 HP, and he is getting pushed up on by the Bahati Divas, and Leo, right when I said that, is able to find the Cobra. So now, let's see what else is happening. Let's get on down here and find out what's happening down here on the one screen. And let's go. Let's see what else is happening. Let's check again on Leo's perspective, because he is on a roof. He is able, oh, he's got Nade right there. Right when I said that, straight across, Leo still looking down. And it's Leo versus Leo. We got a Pahadi Demon Leo and Sturdy across the way. Leo watching Leo. And now we do have, oh, Shikari. Shikari coming right up and into Leo's sight. Leo does take those shots. Let's go on over here. Find out what Shikari is doing. Is up to 2 eliminations as he's coming down the steps. Woo! So now let's go on over and check in on what is happening with Mad Esports. Let me check in on the Techie Boy. What are you checking in over onto this side? We do have a bit of chaos down below. Let me see what Invincible is doing. He's keeping an eye right on the other side. These are the 2 fights at the moment. We do have quite the cluster. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there, give you an idea where your teams might be. It looks like Origins in a fight with Socrates now. I believe that is over here as well. Socrates, unless they went up on that ridge. Let me see. Where is Socrates and Origins in this fight? I'm sorry, guys. I have not figured out the best way to get all these fights on the screen for you. I don't want to miss out on fights, but we're over on Shu Young. Shu Young is over here with Space Esports. He's trying to get away from that spray. Let's go on over to Phase 9. We do have Chaos. He is over here. Looks like by himself. Maybe has Ghost on the way, but Ghost is most likely going over to one of the recall centers. So now let's see what's going on with Vitality Pro. We have Mercury from above trying to get those eyes. Oh, shoo. Alright, so now let's see what's going on over here. As Klaus is coming across, and it looks like Balenci may have quite the angle up on top of the test track, keeping it. Look at this, he's right on the edge of zone as well. So now Space Leo up on top of that, still in that. Let's see, where is he? Still getting some of those eliminations. He's trying to get into the fight now. Leo versus Leo. We got Leo on the top of the roof and a Leo throwing nades up at the Leo. That's not confusing at all now, is it, guys? Not at all. Let's see, what am I missing? I think most of these fights, they are coming on in and through, so let me go ahead and put that up there. We're down to Space Chico. Chico is over at the recall center, though, trying to get everybody picked back up. Let's get on over to Lucky. Lucky is still over here at the test track, still trying to get those shots over onto Mad Esports, and it looks like to be announced is now in a fight with the Golden Eagles and a straight out Nepal also in a fight. So now let's go side by side and figure out what's happening with Shikari finding the other Leo. So now let's go. Looks like Golden Eagles in a fight with to be announced. We got straight out Nepal also in a fight. Let's go. Let's see where are all these fights going on. If I can figure out where they are, guys, because they are everywhere on here. They come in hard and fast. Let's get on over to the Region 8. Cloudy coming on through right by several teams. I saw several teams on the map by him in that cluster. Let's see if he can get that car right on through there. So now let me check in on Noob. Hello, Noob. Hello, Noob, my friend. Alright, let's go. Let's see what else is happening on this. Let's see what's happening, because it looks like the Ice Elves are now coming right up and into the test track. Right on in. Mini trying to drive into the compound. And now Crip just got knocked. So now thank you once again to Hello Red Sad. Thank you again to Cloudy for telling me that his name is Crip. Oh, Mini gets found by Lucky. Let's check in on what Mickey is doing. Mickey over here at the recall. So now 777 the jackpot. So let's see what else is happening. We still have Mad Esports over here. We still have Socrates, and look at Shikari, guys. Shikari still coming in strong. Let me go ahead over onto the other one, see if I can get you an idea of what is happening. Our zone pops again. Let me just go ahead and put that up there for you so you can see what's happening. We have a lot of teams out here in the blues. They're coming right up and in. As soon as I get off of some of these teams, they get into another fight, and we still have Mad Esports over here, and it looks like the Ice Elves are no longer over here at the Neox factory. Mad Esports should be able to get their players picked back up. Let me see what's going on. Well, everybody back up and in. We got Techie Boy up to 2, Balik up to 2, and Newbie Alright, so now let's see what else is happening. I feel like we're starting to slow down a little bit. Let's head on over towards Rain Esports. Rain Esports getting ready to come right up and in onto the Golden Eagles. NA Golden Eagles straight across the way. We got Zanti taking those shots overhead. Was that Geo? It was 0099. So let's see what's going on over here. Taking those shots right across on the MiGs. And we got Charis up at the top. And let's see what Charis is doing across the way. Big fan, Charis. If you know, you know. Claws in another fight with straight out of Nepal. Where is this chaos going on? Ooh, I see straight out of Nepal over here. Let's check in on KC as they do have Team Control Star over here as well. They've got to be announced on their south. Team Control Star onto the north side of them. So now let's see where everyone is. You can see to be announced right there to his south. KC right in the middle. Spence, I believe, headed off towards that recall. Oh, Judge. He come to Judge. Setting that sentence. All right, now let's get on over. Because it looks like Rain Esports. Oh, no. Gitchy goo. Such a cute little belly. Works way better with the tires down. Alright, let's get on over to Shabib. See what's happening as he's coming up and around. But we also have the Bahati Demons not too far off to that north side. Let's see what is happening with the Cobra. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. Alright, let's go. Let's see what else is happening. We still have MiGs down below. Alright, our zone's getting ready to pop, guys. And we do have more fights going on down here. Let's see what's happening with our last match. Top fragger. Here is 90 as he is coming right up and in onto... Oh, I think he's going to be able to get his teammate picked back up. But he is right across from the Ice Elves. And I do see Mickey not too far away. Mickey does have a vehicle that looks like he's going to try to get 777 picked back up. So let me go ahead and put that map screen up here. Let's go ahead and scroll on in. Now that these teams are starting to get a little closer over to that zone. I don't know if I can get all of them in without scrolling. Without missing some of these teams, so there you go. I think you can see where most of your teams are. Ooh, coming right up and through. The Infinity Reapers, Mickey going down. We got 90 going down, and oh, where's my mouse? Let me get my mouse over here. So Minnie is the last one still standing for the Ice Elves, and now let's see. The Infinity Reapers do have to come on in there way down to the south. Over here, I believe this is the Vitality Pro. Yes, the Vitality Pros are coming up right behind them, so they're going to be coming on into zone. And let's check in on Space Esports. They're right over here next to several of these teams. We got Mad Esports, and now we got the Invincible. Let's see, where is that? Oh, it's all right over in here. Let's check in on what is happening with YG. Let's check in on what's happening with YG coming right up and in onto Mad Esports. Oh, who took you out of that car? Who just took you out? And there they all go. It looks like it looks like Phase 9. Phase 9 just spraying them on down. Now they're trying to get those shots across the way onto to be announced. And they do have a team coming in from that north side as well. Mad Esports. Let's check in on what's happening over here with Mad Esports. It looked like we had another team. Yes, they do right on that backside. That was Chapo. Chapel from Phase 9. So now let's go ahead and scroll on over. It looks like the Golden Eagles getting ready to get in a fight right on over here. And I did not click onto them. I clicked onto the Zone 0 Zenith. And while we watch this, because they do have several teams right around them as well, I'm going to go ahead and get our map ready so I can show you where our next zone pops. It's a donut zone, guys. They are still going to this northeast side, and you can see that we got a lot of teams that are right on the edge. Let me scroll that down a little bit there. There you go. Now let's see. It looks like we've got Region 8 coming right in behind them. Let's check in on Trupac. Trupac does have to come on into the zone from this western edge, but look at this. Socrates getting pulled right up in it as we speak. And there goes one of them from the Akal Sahi Esports. It looks like White Hat getting ready to throw the nades up and over onto Zone 0 Zenith as well. They are all coming in, and you can also see another team off in that distance. Origins right on that southeast side of zone. They're still coming up and in. So now let me go ahead and get that off of there, guys. And let's go ahead and scroll on in, get into this fight, because we do have this fight right here in zone between Socrates and Zone 0 Zenith. We do have several teams still coming on down and in, and we've got Team Control Star straight across from Socrates. So he knows that he is pinched between these two zones, and we also have the Vitality Pros coming up behind Team Control Star. So let's check in on Lucky. Lucky trying to throw those nades across onto Team Control Star. Team Control Star bringing down the Doritos from the sky. The emergency cover stick trying to get Why No Sure pick back up. So now looks like he's thinking about trying to get that push right up and in. He is up to 3 eliminations, but he is a solo still playing for the Vitality Pros over here. And look at this, we got the Infinity Reapers coming up from the other direction, coming right up behind him. Oh, and as I was saying, the Infinity Reapers coming up and in, able to find him right there. So now let's go ahead and scroll on in. We do have another fight between the Infinity Reapers. Let's get 90 on the screen as we've got to be announced coming right up and in. And now we have Space Esports also in a fight. Let me see if I can find the fight between Space Esports. It looks like Space Esports all the way over on that western edge. While we have just a second, let me go ahead and put that up there. Space Esports on that northwest. They are pretty separated from the rest of the team. So 90 keeping his head down because it's just the 90 and Rags over here with all 4 of them. Ooh, Rags felt that earthquake. You can see, Claws finding them, and there goes 90. The Infinity Reapers gets taken out, and now to be announced right next door to Team Control Star. Let's see what's going on with this map. Now the map is coming on in. Region 8, Trupac. Let's see if I can find Region 8. No, we have to go ahead and get off of here and head on over. Let's check in on Charis. He is right here on top of the Golden Eagles N8 and Region 8. Look at Charis. He does see where Cloudy is up along that ridge line, trying to point him out. You can hear that call out. I can't read at the same time. Let's check in on Miggs as Miggs comes up and around. He does have Space Esports along that ridge line. Let's check in on Chico. Looks like they are still a 3-man coming right up and in on the... Oh, Miggs! Oh, Oh, so now Chico does find Migs right on down below. Rain Esports down to just a duo, I believe. Hooks and Zanti. So yes, they are. And they do have to come on into zone. And you just saw as they are coming in right below Chico. Chico is up to 5 eliminations. Spraying them out of the vehicle. Hooks trying to come down and around. Hooks is down to 5 HP. But we do have Region 8 on the other side of the zone. And I think Region 8, I think Rain Esports was taken out of that. So now let me go ahead and fix our map so I can show the map really quick and give you an idea where the final 6 teams are in this rondo match. There you guys go. You can see that we do have Region 8 coming in from that northeast. We've got Socrates coming in from the southeast. We do have Origins right there between Team Control Star and Region 8. To that southwest, we've got To Be Announced. To Be Announced is actually on a 2-2 split. We've got them on the northwest and the southwest. And then Space Esports coming in from the very north. So now let's go ahead and switch on over. Let's check in on Region 8 as they come on into the zone. They are right over here next to, let's see, we got Socrates over here. We got Origins over here. Team Control Star. Space Esports there. Pretty busy on this eastern edge. You can see that up here in the upper right hand corner. So now let's see what's gonna happen right on over here with Origins right here on the south side, looking right up and in onto Socrates and Region 8. Socrates still down in this compound in front of him. Shikari is up to 7 eliminations though, and he is keeping an eye with that hay bale. He's making sure that hay bale just stays right there with him. And now let's check in on the zone as it goes ahead and pops again. We got 42 seconds until stage 7. So these teams are still pushing in. It's pretty much a donut zone. They are able to come on in. Let's check in on Tupac. Tupac still has Space Leo right behind him, but Space Leo keeping his head down. And now it looks like Cloudy headed right up and in onto the judge. He's got the judge right in front of him. Cloudy, the judge has eyeballs onto you. Judge, Cloudy's got to know that Judges is up above him because Judges just took those shots right behind Cloudy. Look at this. Ooh, that's so, and now he's trying to get those shots across onto Melly. If that is Melly, that is what I've been told. So now Melly across from Judges. He knows that Judges is coming down right behind the rest of his team. So now let's go ahead and put that map screen up there so you guys can see that we are all pushing over towards this east side. To Be Announced, taking over the majority of the zone. So they have the zone control. The rest of these teams all trying to push right in onto To Be Announced. Hello, Dweezy. Big fan, Dweezy. Big fan. Let me go ahead and show you that again. Salty. Looks like Salty does have Team Control Star right in front of him. And To Be Announced. Look at To Be Announced. Not only are they taking over this whole zone, they have 18 elimination claws, up to 7 of those eliminations. Let me check in on the claws as he comes right over here on top of Trubac right on down below him. Ooh, and Judges is able to find Trubac from the other angle. And so now we are still coming up and in. We got Claus doing the seat swap, and he's going to be able to get G-Muck picked back up. But he knows that Origins are coming up and in on that backside. Origin goes out to the play zone. So now we are down to the top 3 teams. Let me show you guys To be announced, still just dominating this zone. We got Region 8 Melly off in that northeast side, and Socrates right down in that compound. Let's go ahead and check on what is happening. Oh, we're down to the top 2. So look at, we got Judges and Claws both up to 14 eliminations. All 3 of these players. Shikari also has 7 eliminations. 13 eliminations for Socrates, but it is a 4v3 or 4v2. Hello, Spidey. Hello, Spidey. Alright, so now here comes the final edge. So let me see if I can get a sky view of what is happening as to be announced comes on down on top of this duo. So now let's go ahead and see. we got the Doritos from the sky coming landing right on top, and now Shikari is the last one still standing. Here comes Claws coming out and around. Judges jumping down off that ridge. Shikari still trying to get out of the spray. Claws coming down and through, and I'm not even sure which one was able to find him. I think it was Judges, but look at this, 22 total points for to be announced. 22 total points, 10 placement, 32 total points for to be announced. Socrates coming in second with 13 total points, coming in third. Not total points, eliminations, guys. Region 8 Gaming coming in third. Trubach hot tonight too with 6 eliminations. GG, top sweaty 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out to be announced. Jean-Claude Van Damme. 8 eliminations, 1,445 damage. We'll be jumping with to be announced when we come right back for match number 4 of the North America's Best Stars. This is Winter Finals week number 9, and I will be right back. And Parasite now is down to just Rex, and Rex is coming right up and over onto Home Depot. Home Depot right on down below, but he gets found by almost there as he is chasing down Region 8. All these teams right on top of each other. No place for these teams to go because, you know, there's only so much. Decided they all wanted to play over on this western net. Oh, there you go. We're down to the top 5 teams of this Miramar match. So now let's check in on what's happening. We still have to be announced in here. We still have Pew Pew almost there. Rain Esports and Region 8, so we still have a solo from Region 8, but I feel like Region 8 is he might be getting hunted down by almost there, just above him. So now let me go ahead and put that up there. You can see that our zone number 6 is a perfect donut zone going to that central area to the southeast side of Chumacera. So up on those hills, up by the tankers, up by Home Depot. Still trying to get those shots across the way onto 11. He's got, oh, look at that. Every top of the bridge line right in front of him has the player straight across. And Wolf getting that. And now look at this. Blaze needs to come on in, and he's also all the way over onto the southeast side. the very quiet side. He's got all this room to move up and in, and now they're all kind of crushing in to Chumacera, except for almost there. Blaze is going to come right up and in onto 3 teams in this Chumacera edge. Oh, he's going to drive right under almost there. Blaze is ready for it, though. He was already looking up that hill line. He knew that almost there, we're still up on that ridge line, so he's just going to go ahead and hang on out in this compound. He's got all these teams right there in front of him. So now let's see what's going on over here with Pew Pew. I like the name. Alright, so we do have almost there, and we also have Rain right on top of each other. You can see up in your upper right hand corner of the mini map, you can see in purple we've got Parasite, or Pew Pew, sorry guys, Pew Pew almost there in that light gray, and then Rain Esports in the green. So they are the top 4 teams, as well as to be announced Blaze. And it looks like Blaze is pretty close. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Blaze is in a great spot, and I think they're just going to go ahead and give Blaze a little bit of extra room. I'm not sure what's going to happen on down in that area, but there you go. Alright, so let's see. Let's see what else is happening. Look at this. Almost there, making a wraparound around Blaze, and I think he knows that they're right on over there. Let's go on up the hill, checking on some Angel at the top of the hill. Some Sage. If we can click on over. Come on, click. Nope, we're not going to be able to click. Nope, nope. Hello, Troy Hagen. Hello, Troy. Welcome. Welcome on in. Alright, so now let me check in on what Wiz is doing. What are you paying attention to over here, Wiz? Oh, you're trying to figure out where Rain Esports is, aren't you? Alright, so it's very quiet at the moment. I'll go ahead and put that map back up there because we are another donut zone, and we are still on that southeast side up on that ridge line of the tankers of Chumacera. So this is still in zone. No, he does have to move into zone just a little bit. He's got to go up towards those crates at the top, so he does have to move on in. But oh, 11. I feel like 11 right on over here. So did the audio cut out? I certainly hope not. It's going on my screen just fine. I hope so. Hope it's still going. Yes, let her check it. Why did it cut out? What? Alright, so I still hear everything, guys. I hear it just fine. Let me go ahead and... You sure it cut out? I don't have any... I don't have anything saying that it cut out, so let me see. I'm also good, thank you. It's back. Oh, it's back right when I said that. Alright, so let me get back into the match, guys. You guys are giving me anxiety. Alright, let me get on in there. Come on. Come on. Alright, guys, let's get back into this match. They're telling me they can't hear, and then all of a sudden it's back. How dare you? I'm kidding. Alright, so now we are down to the top 3 teams. Let's see who we missed while I was messing around with that. And it looks like we lost Charisse. So now let's go. Let's see what else is happening. Not Charisse. I think that was it Charisse? I don't even remember now, guys. But we still have Pew Pew almost there and to be announced. So now let's go up and check in on what Wiz is doing. What's she doing right up over here? So I'm going to go ahead and try to get you a sky view of what is happening. We do have a lot of layers on this. So we've got uphills. We've got even further uphill. We've got the tankers. We've got the roofs. And let me go ahead and give you guys an idea from that iPad perspective just how many layers we have. We got all 4 of them from almost there up along this ridge line downhill, we have to be announced, and then we've got the trio from Pew Pew on that ridge line. So that gives you an idea just how much chaos is going on for these different layers. And it does look like Blaze has decent idea of where they all are. And they're just trying to take some of those shots across. That should give you an idea what is happening. I'll go ahead and put that map back up to show you where our next zone is as we go ahead and head right on back on in. So now let's go ahead over. Let's check in on Shadow. See what Shadow is doing. Looks like Shadow's trying to figure out where Blaze is. Oh, I thought he was knocked. Yeah, no one wants to get a knock just now. I'm not sure if any of them are watching. Hello everyone, and welcome back to match number 4 of North America's Best Stars. And this time we get to jump with to be announced claws, 8 eliminations, 1,445 damage. Claus was definitely putting in the work. Let me find him. To be announced Claus, and get him over here on this screen, since we had 588 still to go. Let me see, Claus. Claus, do something. Come on, Claus. I know you can do something. Come on. Come on. Do something. Alright, so welcome back everyone. It looks like we may have some scores fairly soon. Lexi working on it now behind the screens. We got the beautiful Kalita hosting for us. The hostess with the mostest. So let's go. Here we go. Let me put that map screen up for you. Our final Miramar flight path of tonight. We're coming in from the southern farms of Los Leones, going over the western edge, the industrial park of Leones, just to the east of Picado, right through the center of San Martino water treatment to the east, and La Cabarilla to the west, dumping off to the wall just to the north side of the oasis. There is your flight path. Let me go ahead and scroll on in, because we got teams jumping off towards Bartona. Looks like Region 8 going to Bartona by themselves. We got the Ice Elves headed over towards that cave area, along with the Infinity Reapers and Origins. So Origins may be just to that north side of the Infinity Reapers. We also have a solo, it looks like, from Team 8. The Ice Elves, oh, I see, they're going, they might have missed the memo. They're headed on over. Ooh, we got some chaos going on over towards Chumacera area, though. So let me check in on this really quickly. And Claus is now off the plane. Let me see really quickly if he's got people coming with him. And it looks like they're going to be fine headed over to their El Pozo area. So now we do have the Golden Eagles NA jumping over here with the Vitality Pros. So Balenci has all of them from the Golden Eagles NA right on top of them. He is the only one from Team 18 Vitality Pros over here with all 4 of them from the Golden Eagles NA. And we do have Gio up on top. Balenci coming right up and around, trying to hold off the push as the Golden Eagles NA are trying to come up. Ooh, he's getting shot at from every direction, and there they go. So now we do have the rest of the Vitality Pros. It looks like they're just gonna go ahead and head on the other directions. We might still have some fights right on down here, but I do want to keep an eye on the map as well. So I'm gonna put the map back up and check in on what other fights are going on. It looks like San Martin, we've got 3 teams over in San Martin, plus 2 teams up in La Cabarilla. Our first zone has popped, and we are going to that southwest edge. So now, let's go ahead. Ooh, we got it. Are they going to push up and in? Or, yes, they are. So we'll stay here for just a second longer. And I'm going to go ahead and check in over on what is happening down in San Martin as well. So you can see what's happening for yourselves. We still have that fight up in La Cabrera, way to the north, between Rain, let me get it better, there you go, between Rain and I think it was phase 9 all the way up in La Cabrera. I'll check in just a second. Passion throwing that nade right up and in on the Geo. What a nade right on through that window onto Geo. Now, can the rest of the team from the Golden Eagles pick him up? We do have the Vitality Pros, just a trio, but now here comes some more. We got that cheeky beak over here onto this side and see what's going on. 22 getting taken down. 0099. Double at 99. He's trying to get Geo Big back up, and he's the last one still standing as they come up and around. And there goes the Golden Eagles NA out to the Vitality Pros. Bastion getting 2 of those eliminations. So now we do have the San Martin fights going on your right hand side. So I'm going to go all the way up to La Cabrera, find out what is happening. Mix has been knocked. We got Hooks trying to hold off the push by. Look at this, all phase 9 there, looking a little beat up for wear as well. And Chapel finds Charisse on that outside. So now here comes Miggs trying to get picked up by Hooks, and now it's just up to Zanti to keep them off of their team. So now they are still coming up and around. Let me see what else is happening. And oh, there goes Miggs out. And Charisse and Hooks are both knocked. Zanti coming in and along. We still have the chaos going on over here in San Martin. We got Mad Esports and Fangs. The rest of his team up on Radio Tower Hill. So now I think you guys can see most of San Martin this way, so that you can see that we've got streets, we've got everything separating these players out, and we got a little bit of lag going on the screen on the left hand side. But we've got, ooh, what a peek by Zanti. Will Zanti up to 2. Can Zanti squad wipe? He does have the DBS coming in at his face as they are still pushing right up and in. Zanti does have 2 of them knocked. He's coming out and around. He's got Salty down. Oh, he's got a 3rd one. And now he is down to a 1v1. Salty has 5 HP. Zanti trying to get the jump shot up and over. Oh! Salty with the pump shotty coming in clutch. So phase 9. Oh, what a fight that was. Let's get on down here. Let me go ahead, put that side by side. What a fight. The Infinity Reapers now in the sight line up above, and it does look like 90. 90, what are you doing? 90, why are you on the construction zone? Get off the construction zone. Alright, so we do have the Infinity Reapers right on down below. And it does look like Trippy is trying to get some ideas of where they are right across from them. It is Origins over here with them in Las Leonas. It does look like they're getting pulled up on, and I'm not sure who is taking all those shots. I believe it's Origin trying to get the shots up the hill. Let me see what Paradox is doing. Yeah, Paradox is trying to get those shots right up and in. And now 2 of them from the Infinity Reapers have been knocked. Let me see what else is happening on the map. Make sure that I'm not missing out on some more fights. And it does look like Region 8 may be coming right up and in onto the Ice Elves. So the Ice Elves are right across the way. Now, let me check in on the Infinity Reapers. I believe we are down to just a duo over here. Yes, we got Trippy in Chat GPT, and I think they're gonna go ahead and rotate on out of there. Looks like a smart move on their part. Let's get on over, and we'll go over to this fight with Region 8. Get them on the screen, guys. And we do have Cloudy, Region 8 Cloudy, facing off with Mini. He's got that nade out and ready to, he's gonna go ahead. Ooh! Perfection on that nade on the Mini. I'm sure Mini doesn't agree with me there, but now he's gonna be able to get Trupac picked back up. We do have a duo over here trying to get Secret picked back up, and we do have Region 8 up on that ridge line. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up there, give you an idea where we are headed. A little bit too aggressive on that, but let's go ahead and scroll on over. We're headed down to Monte Nuevo. Secret now down to about 5 HP, as we do have, if I am right, this is Melee. Somebody needs to let me know. That's what Ghosty told me last week. Melee is coming right up and in onto the Ice Elves. And we do have another team. I just saw the flash of another team not too far away. Vitality Pros not that far away. And straight out of Nepal. Straight out of Nepal are also coming right up and in. Trupac with another nade. Here comes another nade right up and over onto Secret. And these boys with their nades. The perfection of these nades. Just incredible. So now, let's see, straight out Nepal, coming up and around. Ooh! Wolf right there, and Trupac 3 times spray. And now Trupac still trying to come up and around. Let's go. What a shot. We still have passion in this. We still have Origin Slayers in this as well. XP3 straight across from Trupac. Trupac keeping an eye on Wolf and XP3 right on the outside. We still have, let's see, we still have all 4 of these teams. We have 4 teams in San Martin, guys. 4 teams in San Martin. Let me show you this. We have the Yamna Glazers over here. We got Mad Esports, the Akal Sahi Esports, and Space Esports. They all need to come on out of there. So now let's go ahead and scroll that on out. I give you an idea where everyone is. We still have to be announced up there towards that El Pozo area to the northwest. I know it's a little bit hard to see that light gray, but they're all the way up towards the northeast side. We do have the Infinity Reapers, the Region 8 Gaming coming on in. We got Socrates coming on in. So let's get on over to San Martin, where all this chaos is outside in the blue. Look at that loot rendering in. I would love to be able to see that when I'm driving on up. Look at the loot. Alright, so it does look like they're starting to pull away. I do see the Yamna Glazers. I don't know why I keep saying it wrong, but you guys know I can't say anything right. Alright, so XP3 in a fight for straight out of Nepal, and now Gunner getting pulled up on by Mad Esports. Noob right on the outside. Ooh, he's trying to get those shots on the Noob, but Noob is down to about 5 HP, and so now he's trying to, oh, Noob goes down, and who is that? Does it say Millie or Molly? I can't see. Millie, yeah, so now Balik is the last one still standing for Mad Esports across the way. No, we still have Techie Boy as well. Techie Boy and Balik, both of them are still coming out of the San Martin area with the Yamna Glazers and Space Esports. We still have Leo over here as well. Leo still needs to go ahead and rotate on out. out. Bailey trying to get those shots straight across, but let's check in on what Leo is doing. I feel like Leo is trying to get those angles over onto one of them as well. Now, let me check in on your map. I think now I can put the map up there, give you guys an idea where these fights are going up, because I see straight out of Nepal in a fight with Region 8. Let's get on over here and find out what Region 8 is doing. Wolf has been taken down, guys. So now let me see what else is happening. Where is Region 8? I do see Origins right in front of, straight out of Nepal. So let's get them back up onto the screen, see what's happening. You know, check to see if there's anything else that I may be missing. Again, we have, let's go on over here and see what's, I think we missed that fight mostly. We still have Region 8 over here. Let me go ahead and put them on the side-by-side, guys. We do have 2 B&Ls, the last match winners, coming in, and it looks like they're going to be taking over that whole western edge once again and just start pushing these teams into each other. That seems to be working really well for 2 B&Ls. Look at this. Here they come. They're doing the wrap around. They did do the sweep of zone, and now this whole western edge is all right here. And Yamna laser straight across the way. And who found you? Oh, it was the Akasai. So now let's go up and check in on Akal. Find out what's going on with no levels. Getting those angles straight across, trying to keep the gatekeep from a zone. And we do have Trupak over on your other side, also trying to get the shots. And you can see that Trupak is in zone, trying to fight off several teams at the same time. So now let's go. It does look like the Akasai do need to come into the zone. Let me go ahead and put the zone up there for you guys, and let me see what is going on with Socrates and Cloudy. Cloudy is right across from here as well. Socrates not too far away, but I do see Cloudy. Where did Cloudy go? Cloudy was coming right up and over. There you go, Cloudy on the screen, trying to throw those nades right up onto Socrates, but he also has Zone 0 Zenith right on top of him as well. So he's got to keep his head down. And not only that, but the Infinity Reapers are not that far away. There are 4 teams right across over onto this side. It looks like Cloudy does get pulled back. Oh no. Push the brake, Cloudy. Push the brake. Alright, so now let's see. It looks like the Infinity Reapers are going to be gatekeeping. Let's go check in on the last match. Top Fragger, see, is coming right up and over onto the Akasai Esports. So there. Ooh, I hear the footsteps above them. You know Claus hears it as well. And look at this little mountain goat getting right up on top of all these hills. And he's going to have those sky view. He's going to have that downward view on top of him. The rest of his team also right up on this ridge line. So look at this though. They need to come on in, and he does right below him is the Zone 0 Zenith. So Claus is an anchor in zone. The rest of his team coming up and in, but he does have Zone 0 Zenith coming in front of him, as well as the Akasai. So now let's get on over to see what Mafioso. So 24K. I like that name. Ooh, coming. Ooh, right there in front of him. He's gonna bank that nade right up and over. So now he's still trying to get those shots right up on top of this ridgeline. And Claus does find one as soon as we get off of Claus. He is able to find one from a Zone 0 Zenith. So Zone 0 Zenith are getting pushed in on both sides. Claws gets another one from Zone Zenith. Hold on, guys. Alright, I'm back. So now, we do have to be announced. Let's switch on over. Get the last match top fragger. He is right on top of the Akal Saiz. So you can see on your map they are all right on top of each other. I'm going to go ahead and put that map screen up because our zone is getting ready to pop. And there we go. We are headed down towards that Ladrilla area to the south of Monte Nuevo. So if your teams are still in this, we still have 9 teams, guys. And we do have another fight going on with Trupac across the way. So let me put the side by sides so that we can get a couple more fights in this. We've got to be announced right here on top. We've got Claws on the screen. The last match top fragger, Trupac. Oh, Trupac gets found. And let's check in on Crip over here, find out what's happening, because they are in a fight with Team Control Star from across that way. And it looks like why no sure? Yeah, you guys with your names. Alright, looks like Claus is also just trying to keep an eye. Does know that he's gatekeeping all 3 of them still remaining from the Akal from coming into this zone. They're all right along this ridge line. So now let me go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit. I think I can put this screen back up and let you guys see where your teams are. I keep clicking on the wrong one. Claws. Claws trying to call him out. Alright, so let's see. Again, to be announced, taking over this western edge, but they do have Straight Out of Nepal right down below them. So I think Straight Out of Nepal, yes, I felt it coming. We do have XP3 across the way, and Spence taking those shots up onto to be announced. Look at this, the XP3 keeping an eye. He is watching both these teams up the hill, trying to get into that third party, and it looks like Salty gonna go ahead and move on down and in. We still have, looks like To Be Announced is gonna go ahead and get across the street so that they're on the right side of the road, because most likely we're gonna pull across the street. It's hard to know at this point because we still have quite a bit of zone left in this. So it's a good time for me to show the zone to you. Let me scroll that down a little bit for you. And we still have Claws uphill trying to get into that fight with all of them right up on that ridge line. And it looks like Claws are going to come on down and go ahead and leave the fight. Are you leaving the fight, or are you getting a better position, Claus? Oh, Straight Out of the ball, trying to pop his tires. Yeah, I think he's gonna go ahead and head on out. I think this is the only real fight that's going on at the moment. And then they took his tires out. Claus rolling across your screen on 2 of 4 tires. And now look at that, Region 8 coming in right on top of To Be Announced. So now Claus does have Region 8 right above him as well. Let's see what's going on as Region 8 comes up on top of To Be Announced. But Region 8 does have Team Control Star coming right up on top of them. So Team Control, look at this, coming right up and over on top of the Infinity Reapers. To Be Announced, Region 8. And we do have Phase 9 also coming up and around. So those Skittles taking those shots down onto Phase 9 as they come into zone right behind the Pahadi Demons. The Pahadi Demons are in the zone. We still have Space Leo, the solo for Space Esports, also trying to get into the zone. Let me go ahead and put that up there for you. Give you an idea where your teams are. If you have a player in here or team in here, let me know. And we will check in onto them. So now let's see. Looks like somebody just found judges. Oh, chat GPT. Almost forgot what it was called. From the Infinity Reapers. Coming right on down and in. Claws going down and in. Oh! But there he goes out to G-Muck, and Chat GPT was up to 4 elimination, and now Trippy is the last one still standing over here. And we still have them coming in. All of them are right here on top of each other, and we're still, right up and in on the Trip. Getting Crip. Oh no. Trip now getting found by Mafioso. Let's go on over to Mafioso. What are you doing across the way? You are a solo now for Akasai Esports. And he's going to go ahead and throw that smoke. I do think we got to go across that road. I don't think we're going to be centering on it this time, but you never know. You know as well as I do, PUBG loves to split the zone with that road, so it's still a guess at the moment, but I think they are going across over here. Cloudy. Hello, Cloudy. Big fan. He is the last one still standing for Region 8, and he's got a lot of them coming in from on top of them. Let me check in on Trippy. Ooh, Trippy has Salty right down below him. And G-Muck. He's got both of them from to be announced. And Team Control Star. Team Control Star coming in across the top of that ridge line. And Salty now trying to pay attention. The Phase 9 Salty. Phase 9 Salty, guys. So now our zone's getting ready to pop. Let me get that map screen back up there so that we can see where we are going. Are we going back to the road? Or no, look at that. We did stay on this side of the road. So now all these teams except for Akal Sai Esports. I have to say that very slow. Alright. So now, Space Leo made it on in, and Space Leo and Pahadi Demon Leo, they're once again right next to each other. Salty thinking about taking taking the nade right up and in onto the Pahadi Demon. You can see the Team Control Star right behind him. That nade going off right behind Pahadi. Now he does have Team Control Star coming up behind him, straight on the Paul in that fight with Mafioso, trying to gatekeep Mafioso from coming across that street. Look at that, right up and in on top of him. And Salty popping right up and in, getting that knock in onto the Bahati Demons as Phase 9 still pushing right up and in. Chapo does get knocked, but Salty coming up and around and trying to get some of that loot. Now let's go ahead and scroll on in just a little bit more. We got Team Control Star that needs to push on in. And Cloudy still in that center zone. And these teams are getting battered and bruised at this point. I don't think we have any full 4-man teams except for Team Control Star. I think they are the only 4-man team. We got a trio for Phase 9, couple of solos, and Yushen getting found by Salty from Phase 9 across the way. Is our zone's almost getting ready to close again. We got about 20 seconds. Let's get on over to the other side because the fights are coming in. Let me check in on what is happening with Team Control Star. They did come into the southern side, but over on the southern side, they've got 3 teams right here with them, straight out of Nepal, to be announced, and Region 8 Gaming as well as Phase 9 over to that northern side. So Skittles still trying to work his way in. Let's go ahead and check in on Cloudy. Cloudy doing just fine over here. And ooh, Is he, though? Is he? I can hear all those footsteps right on the outside as Team Control Star does appear to be looking for him. They must know he is right on down in here, so let's check in on what. Look at Chaos over here. Chaos from Phase 9 trying to get the... pointing out exactly where Salty's head was right across the way. So marking the spot where Salty was. And our zone now is another donut zone closing on in. Let me put that screen back up there. Give you an idea how they're all right around. Jerry, a member for 4 months. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so very much. All right, let's get across the way onto Salty. Find out what Salty is doing as he comes on down with 5 HP, and one of them from straight on the paw gets knocked. Let's see what's happening. Right on down here, XP3 does get found. They do find Space Leo. We're down to the top 5 teams. So now let's go. I think we can get XP3 picked back up, since if you look up in your mini map, we are in zone. Our zone is getting ready to pop. I'll put the map screen back up there so you guys can see what is happening. We are all the way scrolled on in. Oh, XP3 finding Salty. Salty was putting in the work onto Team Control Star, but we do have Cloudy. Cloudy up there as well. Look at this. Cloudy on top of the... Oh, Cloudy throwing that molly right over onto where Skittles is. Skittles is trying to get that res off. Oh, Skittles! Who was that? Your nade? Oh, the nade was from XP3. So now we're down to the top 2 teams. We've got Chaos coming right up and in. Chaos up to 5 eliminations. And XP3 also up to 5 eliminations. Let's put these 2 fraggers on the screen. We have a trio still standing from Phase 9. And they are versus Spence. We got nades coming out. Spence getting ready to throw those nades right up and over. He gets a nade onto Chapo. Chapo is down. So now we have Salty and Chaos over here. What chaos that was, too. Coming in first with 11 eliminations. Phase 9. Chaos with 5 of those eliminations. Straight out of Nepal. Coming in second with 8 eliminations. XP3 with 5 of those eliminations. Team Control Star coming in third with 5 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, 16 through 18. Going all out, straight out of Nepal. XP3, 5 eliminations, 647 damage, and if I'm not right about this, I believe this will be the second time tonight we get to jump with XP3. So when we come right back, I should have some scores. Yes, we do. Match 1 through 3. We got Lexi behind the screen. Let's go. Going into this Miramar to be announced at 59 total points. 2 winner chicken dinner straight out of Nepal at 44. The Infinity Reapers tied with 29 with Socrates Esports. There are your scores going into this Miramar match that we just finished. So when I come right back, maybe Lexi scrambling behind the screen as teams trying to get it all worked out for us. GG's. I will be right back for match number 5. Tonight's final match of the North America's Best Stars week number 9. Be right back. Watching the stream to know that we are in a 1v3v4, and look at that. Shadow was able to get down off this ridgeline and come in. So now Blaze, they are watching you like a hawk. And we still have all 4 of them right up over here from almost there. They are straight uphill. They are also in zone. If you look up in your mini map, you can see that all 4 of them are right up on top of this. Ooh, look at that. Wolf does get found, and I think that was across the way by Sage. Now here comes the nades up and over by Pew Pew. Pew Pew right on down below, throwing those nades right up and over. We did get a knock over onto Wolf right across the way, and now one of them does get taken down by Blaze. Blaze coming up and in. As these 2 teams get into the fight, Blaze starts picking them off from this other side. We got Angels coming right up and in, and Shadow not too far away as well. They are all throwing those nades right up and over, and we still have Blaze coming right up and in onto this as well. Let me move on in with the iPad, get you a little better. And now it is Shadow and Blaze versus the trio from almost there. Coming right up and around. And now it is just up to Blaze. Blaze is the last one. Still standing against all of them. From almost there. Blaze up to 2 eliminations. Is he going to finish off 11? Or is 11 going to be able to put the stop to this? And here comes the nades out and around. Both of them throwing right up on this ridgeline. And 11 on to Blaze. Almost there. Coming in first with 9 eliminations. But we still have all these teams coming right up and in. We still have Parasite down at the southern side. And Team Control Star over here in trouble. So now Skittles and 6666666 over here with the Finial right on over here. And let's see what's going on. I think we're down to just a solo over here. The Almost There Academy trying to get his teammate picked back up as we got Deems pushing right on this edge of zone. Look at this Skittle up in the Sakura. So now let's see, can he see up that ridge line? As he's also got 6666 coming up on the other side. He's got the mollies, he's got the nades. He's gonna try to get his teammates picked back up. And where is Star? Star's been knocked. Who is that over there then? Let me see. There it is. Skittles. No, it's not Skittles. So let's get him back in there. I'm not sure who is on the other side. Finial Chips is down. So now we're down to just a solo. Trying to get those shots right up and over. And there he goes. Out to 66666. And we also have Paradise Wagon coming right up and in now. So we did shift. And we still have 9 teams in this. We still have Velocity over here with Immaculate Esports. We have Almost There coming in. The Infinity Reapers, Equinox, Pew Pews. We have Rain Esports and Team Control Star outside of zone. Equinox in a fight with Parasite. Tippa going down. So now look at this. Take her right up and in. Trying to get those shots over onto Rags from the Infinity Reapers. We got Wagon on that screen. And then we got to check in on the Para. Papa. Alright, on the other side of the zone, we got to fight again. We got over here, we got Team Control Star coming up right between Rain Esports, right on top of Almost There. Yushen trying to get those shots up and over. I hear the emergency covers coming on down on top of everything. Let me check uphill just a little bit, almost there. Down to just a solo player, just trying to survive the day, guys. Just trying to survive the day. Let's go ahead and scroll all the way in. These are the two teams that are right on top of each other. Almost there. Gonna end up wrapping up and around. And may end up right on top of the immaculate esports. And I don't think anybody saw almost there, Wiz, but they are right here on top of them. 6666666. Hello everyone, and welcome back to tonight's final match of the North America's Best Stars. This is the final week, or final match of week number 9. This time we're going to be jumping one more time with straight out of Nepal. We got XP3, 5 eliminations, 647 damage. We're headed back into Erangel, and as if Lexi can get caught back up, Lexi working hard behind the scene along with Lita, but let's give her some time to get caught up, get everybody put on in, and I will have some scores for you soon. XP3 on both screens. There we go. That is so strange. He's in this one on this screen. Look at this. Is this the same person? Do we have 2 XP3s? Oh, it's kind of messing with my head, guys. Alright, so there you go. Our final flight tonight. We're coming in from that northwest Stauber area, going to that western edge of Yasnaya, down through the farm to the eastern side of military base, and headed out to the southern side of Sosnovka military base island. Alright, let me scroll on in, find out what's happening at the start of the flight. Region 8 Gaming, already off the flight, along with Team Control Star, Vitality Pros, the Akal Sai Esports. It looks like our Yasnaya area may be pretty hot, because we also have Zone 0 Zenith along with the Pahadi Demons. So all 3 of these teams are headed over here into Yasnaya. I think you can see that fairly well on the map. There you go. Now let's see where everybody else is going. We do have straight on Nepal headed over towards the Milta area, along with the Space Esports, and not too far away from Socrates. But I think straight on Nepal is going to Milta by themselves. Pahadi Demons already up here in a fight. Let's head on up and check in on the Pahadi Demon Leo, and our first zone all the way up to that north area. We have 3 teams down on that military base island, plus we got the fights going on over towards that eastern bridge as well. So let's go on over here and find out what is happening with Socrates Shikari coming right up and in, getting ready to get into the fight with Space Leo on that backside. Leo, are you over here by yourself? Let me check. Leo does get one knocked. Oh, but he gets knocked over here. And now we do have Fangs across the way trying to get those shots. We got Epstein also. Oh, Epstein finding a Region 8 melee. If people are right telling me size melee, Region 8, where were you? We do have Phase 9 down in the military base. We got Rain Esports down in Novo. Look at the split down at this end with straight out of Nepal. We still have the 3 teams up here in Yasnaya. John Barry with the $3 super chat. Thank you, John Barry. I believe in John Barry. John Barry, thank you so much. All right, let's get on over, and let's get over in here, find out what's going on. we got 7 fingers. That a 7-finger player. That's my question. They are right up here with the Zone 0 Zenith Bahati Demons and the Akal Saeed Esports. So now let me check in over here with Volts. John Barry, big fan. Alright, let me scroll in a little bit on our map over here, because I'm getting ready to put the map up there for you. I want to make sure that I get all the players, all the teams. If you have a team you want to check in on, just let me know and we will check in on them. But right now, things are kind of quiet. You can see that we still have a couple of teams down on military base. Got a couple of teams up there near that Stauber, or near the Zarki, North George area. And, oh, Mafioso, they are keeping an eye on you. But the Bahati Demons are coming up behind you. They are also trying to get the shots over on the Volts up at the top. Let me switch over to Sturdy. Let me see what kind of angles Sturdy has. It looks like he's trying to get those shots across onto Zone 0 Zenith. Right in. Ooh, Blaze finds Mafioso. I'm so sorry. I saw them coming right up on top of you. Now we got Brer right over here. I don't know if you guys remember Brer from B-Town. That's going back some ways, guys. That's going back some ways. Ooh, B-Town was fun. One of the pros, one of the OGs. Alright, let's go. We still have a lot of chaos going on. We still have a lot of teams coming in. Let me go ahead and put that map screen up while we still have a minute, because we still have a lot of rotations coming in. We still have a look at the Rain Esports. They may be coming right up and in onto Space Esports over on that west or eastern edge bridge line. So it looks like one of them has been knocked up on that roof. Let's see what's happening over here. We do have Invincible, not so invincible at the moment. We got Blaze down to about 10 HP. Still coming on in. Oh, Finger gets found by Shahib. So let's see. Where is this? Shabib right across the way does find 7 fingers. So let's see what's happening. Thank you again, John Barry. It really means a lot to me. Alright, let's go. It looks like we might have a fight over towards that Lipovka area as well. If that fight breaks out, I'll try to get on a side-by-side, give you guys an idea of a few more of the fights. I do want to catch as many fights as possible. Looks like Brer trying to come up. Oh, but Sturdy was able to steal that. Sturdy from the Bahati Demons was able to get that elimination. Look at this coming in from the top of the 3 stacks over here in Yasnaya. So he's still trying to get some eyes across the way. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put this map screen up, give you guys an idea of what's happening. I'm trying to keep an eye on the elimination feed in case that fight does break out between the Infinity Reapers and the Yamna Glazers. So now let's get on over, see what Leo is doing. He's too far across the way to be able to help his team, but it does look like they're going to go ahead and rotate, get a little closer to each other, kind of pulling together. But we do have Brer over here by himself now, trying to get those eyes across onto Invincible on that rooftop right across the top from him, and straight across you can see that the Bahati Demons Bahati is also right there. We might have a fight between to be announced and straight out of Nepal. Straight straight out of Nepal, wrapped all the way up and around to the cube area. So I feel like we're getting ready to get some chaos over onto this side, as here comes to be announced driving right up and around. So now we do have Spence trying to get those shots on down onto to be announced. We got a couple of fights going off. We still have the 3 teams over here in Yasnaya, but straight out of Nepal, went straight up to North George to get those angles over onto to be announced, coming out of North George, late blue. So, ooh, Leo gets found. So now Brer down to himself. Oh, we're down to just the two teams now. But now here comes Origin. Origin coming right up and in. Gil, where are you? Ooh, Brayer's still trying to get those shots straight across onto Invincible. Let me see what's going on across the way. And Invincible getting ready to throw the nades right up and over onto Brayer. He can see Brayer perfectly from here, but he is down to about 20 HP. We have Spence trying to come into that North George area, right behind to be announced. They are definitely hunting to be announced, guys. They are 100% hunting. Alright, so now we do have Origin in a fight. Let's see what's going on across the way. I just saw you get a knock onto someone coming on in Team Control Star as well. So now, let me go ahead and put that map right on up there, show you what's going on, because everybody's still trying to get over to that far eastern edge. We're coming in from the Bass Mouth down to the Milta Power Peninsula, over to the OP dip, and we do have Region 8 coming right up behind all of this. Let me check in on Region 8, coming right up and in onto Team Control Star and Space Esports. Team Control Star, Cloudy flying through the air with the greatest of ease coming. Oh, Cloudy! Who got you, Cloudy? So now, oh, Troopak. Cloudy, I got that in 4K, but we do have Space Esports trying to come right up and in. Troopak trying to stay down. The last one still standing in Space Esports. Space Esports finishing that off. Fangs taking them out. So now, what a bunch of chaos that was. We still have to be announced. It looks like they are chasing straight out of Nepal. This is just so much chaos over here. We have straight out of Nepal and to be announced. Both of them great teams way over on this western edge, west of Pachinki. The rest of the zone, we do have teams. Let's go on over to Rain Esports. We have plenty of time to put this map up here, but keep an eye on that western edge, because I know the great teams are kind of hard to watch. Our zone coming in once again towards this mansion area. Hooks coming right up and through. We got Hooks, Zanti, and Sharish coming in on top of Phase 9. So Phase 9 down to just Chapo, and I think Chapo was able to get on out of there. But we do have Socrates right on down, right below him as well. So it looks like Sharice and Hooks paying attention down into that compound. And I don't know if they know that this is a completely different team than the team that they came up on from their prison. So let's go. They haven't gotten the knock. We still have the teams coming in and across. We still have straight out of Nepal coming in on this southwest side, not too far away from to be announced. Also coming in straight west, and Hooks getting that initial knock. So now here they come in this fight with Socrates. Socrates is down to just a duo, trying to get that res off. Hooks trying to come right up and in. Sharice coming right up in Sharish is able to get Sandu, but we got Shikari straight across, and that nade bounces back and across as Shikari takes off in the hovercraft, and Sharish getting that nade right out and over, and I think he just saw PD down to about 5 HP. Zanti is able to get him down, and now let's go. Let's see what else. Shikari still trying to get on out of there with all of Rain Esports, but Hooks coming up from behind, able to finish that off. Rain Esports up to 4 eliminations now, and we still have everybody. I think everybody is now in the zone at least. We do have a couple of teams right on the edge of blue still coming in, but all of our teams are now accounted for. There you go. We still have teams on top of each other to that northern side, so we'll come up over towards Origins. These teams coming out of Yaz and Naya. Look at this, all 3 teams plus Vitality Pro. What a spray down. So now we do have Zone 0 Zenith coming in on top of Origins, but Origins does have Vitality Pros right behind him coming in from that. Oh, he just heard him. Look at that Paradox. It's spinning out and around trying to get some angles over onto him. Let's see what's happening with the rest of them. Slayer! Let's see what's happening. Oh yes, Passion coming right in. Trying to stay out of the spray, and now we got the Infinity Reapers also taking the shots over at the Vitality Pros as they're trying to come right up and in onto zone. Let's get on over to the Infinity Reapers as the Vitality Pros come right up and through. And now we are right over here on top of Rain Esports. Rain Esports also taking these shots right up the hill on top of everything. So everybody coming up towards this prison recall center, and now let me go ahead and put this map screen up. We are in stage 4, headed into our next zone, and we are headed up towards that mansion prison area. So now you can see that a lot of these teams are hot on that rotation. We do have another fight going on down in the southwest side, so let's get on over to Mad Esports. We got Techie Boy on the screen, keeping an eye across onto Phase 9, trying to come on into zone, getting gate kept. Let's check in on Chaos. Chaos has been knocked. Let's check in on Ghost and Chepo as they come right over here towards that very western edges zone, towards the Alamo. So let's see, we are on Ghost at the moment, and let's get on down to the southern side. We got Space Esports straight across. Ooh, Spence, who came up on top of you? Who's that behind you? It is to be announced. To be announced came right up and over, but look at this. Mad Esports gets the shot up the hill onto Claus, and now to be announced is coming up and in and taking over Mad Esports. Look at this right in front of him. Here comes the judge with his hammer down. We still have on top of this hill, we do have straight on Nepal. Spence has been knocked. We got KC over here throwing some smokes, trying to get a big back up. Hello, Rain. Rain, big fan. Hello, Rain. Alright, these are the last few seconds of the North America's Best Stars Rain, and we are sweating it out. Let's go. Let me scroll on in just a little bit more, give you guys an idea of where these teams are. We still have straight on Nepal. We still have to be announced in here. To be announced, working hard to keep their first place lead. And now let's head on over to Space Esports. Find out what is going on with the Epstein files. The Epstein trying to get those angles up onto straight out of Nepal as they come right up and around. Look at this, headed straight over towards the Vitality Pro. We're right here in this Wizard Tower, and Passion is the last one still standing over here for Vitality Pro, all the way across on the other side. So now let's check in on what Charis is doing down here. It looks like he's coming right up and in onto the Zone 0 Zenith, and he does have one right there in that nade shack. Look at that, perfect shot from Zanti right across into the nade shack. But here comes Origins up and over that ridge line. Charis ready for it as Slayer trying to get those shots right on down on top of Rain Esports. Here comes a nade right up and over. And we're down to the final 6 teams, and Slayer does get found. Let me put that up. There you go. Give you guys an idea where everyone is. We have Charis coming up and around, trying to get those shots. Charis coming right on through, spraying them down. Charis had 2 of them knocked, one of them down to about 5 HP. Hook coming right up and over the C-swap. Oh, but nade finding him. So now we're down to the top 5 teams. We still have judges over here. Judges hearing all that across the way could have probably capitalized on some of that third-party action. So now we do have Origins over in this northeast side. We have to be announced. We have Phase 9 straight out of Nepal, all along the southwest edge, and Vitality Pro. I don't see any full 4-man teams except for right over here with Origins coming out of that fight with Rain Esports twice, almost down to nothing, and now all of these teams right back up on their feet again. But they're coming up right over here towards Judges, and we already know that Judges can be pretty harsh on his determination. Alright, let's go. Let's see what's happening with Passion all the way up at the top. He's got to be able to hear all this that's going on, and I think Passion is just in it to make sure that he stays alive for one more minute. Let's get on over to the other side and check in on Phase 9. Phase 9 out here in the wide open. Our zone is getting ready to shrink again. Let me go ahead and put that up for you. We're down to tonight's final 5 teams of the North America's Best Stars Winter Week Final. I cannot talk tonight at all. The winter. Alright, we're down. Let's see, it looks like straight on Nepal. Let's get on the move. Let's get on over and find out what's happening as they come right up and in on the Judges. And so now Spence coming up. KC on the move. KC coming right on through. KC trying to figure out where the rest of these teams are coming on in and clearing out these sides. We still have the teams coming up. Ooh, I think KC might be trying to find Passion on the other side. It looks like maybe Passion might be moving along. Let me go ahead and put that map back up there, show you where we are headed this time. KC hearing the shots behind him from Origins, and I think KC just making sure that this side is cleared out. Let me check in on Passion. Passion trying to come on down. Is aware that KC is right across from him. We still have 4 teams in this. We still have the Phase 9 over here trying to get those shots, but Phase 9 down to about half health, less than half health. As here comes Paradox for Origins coming right up and around. Slayer going down to Chapel. We still have straight on Nepal in this, and Vitality Pro on that south side as well. So now let's see what's happening. Look at this. Phase 9 already back up on their feet. We still have 4 teams in this. We still have all 4 teams in here. We still have Straight Out Nepal in here. We still have Vitality Pro in here. We still have Phase 9 versus all 4 of them still standing from Origin. Let's check in on Slayer. Slayer's up to 4 eliminations. And look at that. We do have Nade up on that ridgeline looking to find Passion. Passion right on down in front of him. And Passion, oh, Passion smoking it out. Slayer, Paradox runs him over. The tire squish play. So now we're down to the top 3 teams. We still have Chapo across the way. Let me see what else is going on. We do have KC in the Witcher Tower. And let's go. It looks like we still have the fight between Slayer and Ooh, Ghost is able to find Slayer across the way. Slayer was taking those shots, and Slayer does have somebody over here to pick him back up. It is Antidote. Paradox still over here trying to get the squish out of his tires, and he's trying to get those angles down on KC from Straight out of Nepal. And here he comes right up and along right behind KC. KC in this Witcher Tower. As Paradox drives on through, KC, you can see right on through. And KC hops up, gets Paradox down to about 5 HP. Oh, and KC does not miss that shot. And our zone pops. So now KC has to get on out of this before the blue zone comes up and along the way. So now let's go on over to Slayer. We still have a 4v2v1. Casey does have to come down on top of Phase 9. Phase 9 still holding Slayer at the top of this. Let's get on over to Chapo and see what's going on. Is Chapo paying attention? Does have quite a few cars over here for that hard cover, but Casey still knows that he has all these teams to push down and into. So he does have one of them from, I think it was that across the way. Chapo coming right up and across, and Casey going out. So now let's go on over to Slayer and find out what's going on with one of them from Paradox. There we go. Make sure that we got at least one on both sides. Goes pushing right up and in onto Slayer, doing the seat swap, getting out of the car. The mollies are coming out and through. Slayer trying to hold him off. Ghost right on down to right below him, and now Chapo. So now it is just up to Ghost. Let's go and check in on Nade, as Nade and Antidote are right across the way. I think Antidote may be right on top of him. Antidote trying to pick up Slayer. Look at this as the nades coming right up and over. What a nade. And now it is down to just Nade and Paradox. Ghost still in this, still pushing right up and through. And he's got 2 of them knocked already. And let's go. Is this going to be a 1v4 for Ghost? Ghost, there goes another one. So now he is up to 3. So we are down to the 1v1. We have Nade up to 5 eliminations. Ghost up to 3 eliminations. This could be a 1v4 for Phase 9 Ghost. And here they come. They are getting close to each other. Ghost knows exactly where Nade is with all that smoke. And Nade still throwing the smokes, trying to get a better hardcover. But Nade has to come in. You can see that Ghost is right here in center zone. Nade has to push across up this hill. He's got a road between them. Hello, Julmy. Yes, sweaty. It is always so sweaty. So now, here comes some nades up and over. Ghost just watching. Ghost has the view. Ghost may have this 1v4 over onto Origins. Origin does have to come out and around. He used a lot of his smokes to get up and over towards that rock hard cover, and now he's pushed out and through. And here comes the shots from Ghost over on the Nade. Nade is pushing right up and over towards the hard cover from the trees, and they are still pushing right up and in on each other. Ghost trying to get those shots. Nade is down to about 20 HP. Gonna go ahead and throw that Nade right up and over onto the airdrop, but does not get made, and there it is! The 1v4 squad wipe by Ghost. There it is, guys. There it is. Phase 9 coming in first. Ghost with the 1v4 onto Origins. 5 eliminations for Phase 9 coming in second. Origins with the 11 eliminations straight out of Nepal coming in third with 8 eliminations. GG top 3. Here are the rest of your scores: 4 through 6, 7 through 9, 10 through 12, 13 through 15, and 16. Going all out. Sharice Rain. Sharice, 6 eliminations, 1,211 damage. Sharice, big fan. If you know, you know. Let me go and check to see if Lexi's going to be able to finish off the scores, and I will be right back. We might have to wait until the scores are fixed, but give me a chance to find out. I'll be right back. Driving right up and around. He should be able to see him from here. Look at this. Wiz just trying to stay out of the way, and I'm not sure. 66666 saw him over onto that side. Look at this. 6 coming right up and over. Maybe 6 knows. Maybe he knows that he is right on down there. He's gonna go ahead and take that. Oh, he was gonna take the yellow beetle, and he gets found. So now 66666 up to 5 eliminations coming right up and around over onto almost there. Wiz and Star comes up and over that side, able to get him taken right on out of there. So now we are down to the top 7 teams. Parasite, we got Infinity Reapers, we got Team Control coming up and in onto Immortal. Let me check in on. We got a Mango over here. No more tacos. We are up to the mangoes now. So now let's see what's going to happen as Mango comes right up and over onto Team Control. Star 66666 trying to get those shots across the top of this ridge line. And it looks like Mango trying to get those shots, and now both of them coming right up and along this side. Rizzy right on over here trying to get someone, trying to hold them off in the parking lot. We got the whole set. We got a whole set right on over here. Now it is just down to Chino. Chino's able to get 1 or 2 of them knocked, but that is it. So now we're going to be able to get our teammates picked back up for Team Control Star. And we are now over onto Equinox. Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm not getting any answer from Lexi. She wasn't able to do match 4, so I'm assuming it's stuck again. I will be posting the final scores for week number 9 on my socials, as you guys probably already know, but at this moment it does not look like we're going to be able to get the scores tonight. I want to thank you for coming out and supporting these teams, these players, Region 8. the North America's best stars in me. I truly appreciate everyone. John Barry, thank you for the super chat, along with T God Edits for the super chats tonight, guys. I truly appreciate you. Jerry with the 3-month membership. You guys are OP. Have a great week, guys. Stay safe, and I will see you soon. Good night, everyone.